field for Callaway Cavaliers football.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Friday night of Callaway football. Tonight, the Cavs will kick off the 2019 campaign against the defending Region 3 5A champions, Starr's Mill Panthers. Joining me tonight on the broadcast is my new partner and my good friend Chris Wheelis. Chris, welcome to the show, and thanks for joining us, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the chance. Before we started any football calling, I wanted to give a big thank you to you. Thank you to Coleman 102.3 Callaway High School for giving me this opportunity to do something else I love to do.
Well, man, we're really thrilled to bring you on board. Last year, I've been working with Shane Andrews for the last 4 seasons, so it's definitely it's tough to lose your partner that you've worked with for so long. But I couldn't think of anyone better to fill in his shoes than you. So, looking forward to a good 2019 campaign for the Cavs. But like I said, 7:30, Callaway's going to take on Starr's Mill in an exhibition game, Scrimmage. Starr's Mill comes in defending Region 3 champions from last year. Region 3 5A champs from last year. 7-4 record, 6-0 overall in their region. So we're going to take a timeout back to the station. We'll come back and we'll break down the Panthers of Starr's Mill. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Hi, Jonathan Moose Mapp here from Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile. This is your invitation to our Customer Appreciation Open House and ribbon cutting on Saturday starting at 10 a.m. We want to say thank you to all of our many friends and customers and invite new customers to join the Glenn Smith family.
Online 24/7, 365 at glennsmith.com. That's GLYNN Smith.com.
Getting you back into the game is Emory Southern Orthopedics' goal. The full-service orthopedic medical practice features board-certified surgeons, a prompt care center, surgical facility, and physical therapy services. The collaborative medical team at Emory Southern Orthopedics combines with leading-edge orthopedic treatment with proven traditional methods to aid you in achieving an active, pain-free lifestyle. Emory Southern Orthopedics, getting you back into your game.
State Farm, Kathy here.
Hey, it's Mike. My team just pulled off the biggest upset ever.
Nice, Mike.
And some fans are getting crazy. They even flipped over a car.
Whoa.
Turns out it's my car, though.
Oh.
But I don't want to be upset right now. I want to know State Farm's going to take care of this, right?
We got you covered, Mike.
Yes! Woo!
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Life costs money, sometimes lots. First Franklin Financial has loans for living. Our Hogansville and LaGrange branches offer personal loans from $300 to $15,000 with payment plans to fit any budget. Stop by and meet the friendly Franklin folk at the location near you. Visit onefc.com to learn more. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee number 5656.
At WellStar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At WellStar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
Now back to the field for Callaway Cavaliers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
All right, welcome back in, everybody, live here at Callaway Stadium. I'm Andrew Caraway with my new partner, Chris Wheelis. And before we get started on our breakdown of Starr's Mill, I want to have our special guest, Steve Simmons, joining the broadcast, our new sideline guy for tonight. Steve, thanks for joining us.
I appreciate the opportunity to get to join y'all and experience something definitely new to me. I've been watching several football games and been to Troop quite a bit, but definitely excited to come down here and support Callaway and see how they do this year.
Well, awesome, man. We're really excited to have you in tonight. We'll give you a shout a couple times tonight. Let you see your vantage point from down below, and give our listeners a unique vantage point from the sideline. Without further ado, though, let's jump into the Starr's Mill football team. Like we said, going into the break, Chris, Starr's Mill 2018 Region 3 5A champs, 7-4 overall, 6-0 in the region. So, Starr's Mill coming in with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, they heard a lot about them last year. They had a kid that rushed the ball. I don't know. They averaged like 311 a game. Threw the ball, didn't throw the ball very much. Had a friend of mine that had a kid that went to one of the private schools over there in Peachtree City. I can't remember the name of it, but he said they went and seen him on homecoming, and I think the last game before the playoffs, and he said one thing that kept them, and you know as well as I do, being playing football back in high school, the main thing is to stay healthy. And he said that they were, at the end of the year, when you get down to the playoffs, you'll have 5 or 6 guys in arm slings, 3 or 4 guys with walking boots on and stuff like that. And he said, he's seen maybe 1 or 2 players that was injured going into the playoffs, and that's huge. That's huge in high school football. And as you can see, they probably got, 85, 90 players dressed out tonight. So when you come down to the playoffs and you only got 2 players that are injured, and I don't even think one of them was a starter is what he said. So that's huge going into the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. Health is paramount when it comes to trying to turn and win playoff games. Like we said, going in 1 seed, they fell in the first round 21-10 to New Hampstead. And building on what you said they like to run the ball. They run the jet wing tee is what it's called. It's basically the wing tee from the shotgun with a lot of jet motion, meaning their receivers might carry the ball as running backs instead of wide receivers from there. So, and like you mentioned, Starr's Mill is going to be led by senior running back Kalen Sims, 5'9", 165-pound senior. Like I said, he's rushed for over 3,000 yards in his career. Quarterback will also be senior, 6 foot, 175-pound Hunter Lawson. And it says here, Kalen Sims was the Fayette County Offensive Player of the Year last year, rushing for over 1,400 yards and 17 touchdowns. So it sounds like he's really good between the tackles for him.
Yeah, and going back to Sims, you said he was 5'9", 165 pounds. And we've had, kind of 5'9", is small in stature. But we've had some of those here at Callaway, and it all boils down to the big guys in the trenches and what holes they can open up for. So, evidently by looking at his stats, you can tell they probably had a very good offensive line last year.
Absolutely, and he reminds me of with his stature of like a DJ Atkins a couple of years ago, who's now playing for Western Carolina. DJ was a back-to-back 1,000-yard rusher for the Cavs, a really good player. And also, speaking of Hunter Lawson, their quarterback, it says Lawson also himself ran for over 300 yards and 7 touchdowns. Only threw for 415 yards and 5 TDs, which shows me they're going to run the ball, and they're going to try to hit a play action. So it might be, like what we saw our own Callaway offense do early in Pete Wiggins' tenure, is we're going to run the ball about 85% of the time, and we're going to try to make our passing game off of play action. So that'll be something to look forward tonight too.
Oh yeah, it's high school football. It all starts with run. If you can't run the football between the tackles, because once you get up to these junior and senior kids with all the experience they got, it's hard to run outside. So if you can't run the football between the tackles, that just lets the defense just tee off every play if they know you're going to pass the ball. So it's crucial, to run the football in high school football.
Absolutely, and you mentioned that offensive line. They're led by 3-year starting center Jeff Tiller. They worked hard in the weight room, and like you said, man, the Panthers averaged 311 yards rushing per game last year. So, that is outstanding statistics right there. And then over the defensive side of the ball, they're led by juniors Cole Bishop at linebacker and defensive back Wes Haney, who lead that Panthers defense. So a lot going on there for Starr's Mill. We'll take another timeout, full timeout back to the station. When we come back, we'll break down the homestanding Cavaliers. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier Football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Life costs money, sometimes lots. First Franklin Financial has loans for living. Our Hogansville and LaGrange branches offer personal loans from $300 to $15,000 with payment plans to fit any budget. Stop by and meet the friendly Franklin folk at the location near you. Visit onefc.com to learn more. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee number 5656.
If you need medical treatment at the highest level and want care that's personal, turn to WellStar. We offer the latest procedures at Georgia's first certified comprehensive cardiac center, along with an innovative approach to fighting cancer, where specialists collaborate to accelerate diagnosis and treatment. We're also home to a top-level stroke program that performs life-saving operations every day. At WellStar, we care for the whole you. Learn more at wellstar.org.
Hi, Jonathan Moose Mapp here from Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile. This is your invitation to our Customer Appreciation Open House and ribbon cutting on Saturday starting at 10 a.m. We want to say thank you to all of our many friends and customers and invite new customers to join the Glenn Smith family.
Online 24/7, 365 at glennsmith.com. That's GLYNN Smith.com.
Now back to the field for Callaway Cavaliers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back in live here at Callaway Stadium. I'm Andrew Caraway with Chris Wheelis. We wanted to let everybody know before we break down Callaway, all games on Eagle 102.3 can be heard online for free at www.eagle1023.com. If you want to watch the game, all shows can be watched online for free as well at eagle102.3.com. And to watch the live games, you can purchase either a monthly subscription for $9.95 or a year-long for $45. I recommend the year-long. It's well worth the money. If you purchase a subscription, you can watch any games on the NFHS network. Be sure you subscribe. To do it through your school's page, you will be watching as portion of the subscription will go to that school. Also, you can watch a video replay immediately following the game that you subscribed. If not, you can still watch a replay of the game the following Tuesday when they're posted online to our YouTube page at www.youtube.com/WELRWLAG.com. Links to the video can also be found easily at www.eagle1023.com as well. So with that said, Chris, we're going to focus on the Cavaliers coming in another successful run for Coach Wiggins and his staff, coming off an 11-3 regular season, 5-1 Region 5 AA record, and unfortunately failed to Rockmart in the semifinals, 28-22. Rockmart eventually losing to Hurd in that state championship game. And Chris, just like myself, you're very close to this Callaway program, and and Coach Wiggins. And what do you think? Something he's looking forward to this season, the 2019 edition of Callaway?
I think the one thing is the weapons that they got this year. I mean, they are deep at wide receiver. We got Tank back at running back, arguably the best running back in the state. Committed to Auburn, going to Auburn next year. So I think I think Pete would be looking forward to to all the weapons he's got this year.
Absolutely. And speaking of Tank Bigsby, Tank just committed to Auburn a couple of days ago. I was there for that. That was really cool to see Tank get that SEC offer, and he's going to join former Cavalier KJ, Keandre Jones, and current Cavalier Tate Johnson, and troop quarterback Kobe Hudson all going to Auburn. So really cool to see that. So we're actually going to take another full timeout. We're going to pause for the national anthem. So you are listening to Callaway Cavalier football on the Eagle Sports Network.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
Isn't life crazy? One day your fender gets dented by a runaway shopping cart. The next day, your kid's college entrance exam is a runaway success.
Yes, I got accepted.
But that's life. Some days you're the bug, some days you're the windshield. No worries, your State Farm agent is here in all of life's moments, the good and the not so good, to help life go right. So good day, bad day, any day, let's talk.
State Farm agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Life costs money, sometimes lots. First Franklin Financial has loans for living. Our Hogansville and LaGrange branches offer personal loans from $300 to $15,000 with payment plans to fit any budget. Stop by and meet the friendly Franklin folk at the location near you. Visit onefc.com to learn more. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee, number 5656.
Hi friends, TOWD here with Kia LaGrange. This month we are featuring the workhorse, jack of all trades, the midsize SUV, the 2019 Kia Sorento. We're talking about safety, comfort, technology, and third row seating. Right now you can ride away in a brand new 2019 Kia Sorento L model, only $22,990. Yep, $22,990. You can also check us out online at KiaLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy. God bless America.
Cell number 111598. Price plus tax, tag, and title. Offer good through August 31st, 2019. See Kia LaGrange for complete details.
Now back to the field for Callaway Cavaliers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
All right, welcome back in. Live here at Callaway Stadium. Callaway taking on the Starr Panthers in a opening week scrimmage. I'm Andrew Caraway, joined by Chris Wheelis in the booth. Before we continue on Callaway, I just want to let everybody know that the Kia of LaGrange Coaches Show is going to be live on Monday nights. Be at the Europi in downtown LaGrange from 7 to 9. So from 7 p.m. to 7:30, we'll have LaGrange College. From 7:30 to 8, Callaway. From 8 to 8:30, Troop High School, and 8:30 to 9 will be the LaGrange High School Grangers. So be sure to catch that each and every week. Come join us at Europi and LaGrange. I also want to thank our sponsors, Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, Emory Clark Holder Clinic of LaGrange, Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick and GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile. Nissan of LaGrange, Kia of LaGrange, First Franklin Financial, Matt Orr State Farm, and Synovus Bank. So thank you so much to all of our wonderful Callaway football sponsors. And Chris, back to our breakdown of the Cavaliers. Like we said, coming off of a great season, heartbreaking loss to Rockmart. One thing that stands out about last year is another high-powered offense. Coach Matt Napier, offensive coordinator, Callaway coming in averaging 33 points a game last year. And the defense, as usual, under Dusty Hubbard, only giving up 13 points per game.
Yeah, they was Coach Hubbard, as you know as well as I do. You played for him back in the day, and he's always going to have a stout defense against the run, and put pressure on the quarterback, and that's kind of Callaway's motto over the years. Hard-nosed, tough defense, and it kind of follows Coach Hubbard's personality.
Absolutely. And that's definitely something this year with a little bit younger defense for the Cavaliers. It might be something where maybe the defense takes a few games to gather steam, but that's okay because they're doing they're having a tough non-region, and if we can just come in, do what we need to do against those non-region teams, that'll prepare us for a very tough region that includes Heard County and Bremen. So, Region 5 used to be kind of a one of the less strenuous regions in Georgia, and I think now it's one of the toughest with Callaway, Heard County, and Bremen.
Oh yeah, you had two from my region last year in the Final Four. That speaks volumes. And then we played Bremen here in a hard-fought tooth and nail game here at Callaway Stadium last year.
That was a high-scoring game too.
Yes, coming out on top. They had a powerful offense and a heck of a defense. But yeah, getting back to Callaway's defense, they're kind of young. Some players being moved to different spots, that they hadn't played before.
Right.
But they'll get it. That's the reason. Coach Wiggins schedules all these bigger schools, I guess you say, to play during the I call it preseason. I know the record counts, but that's one reason because a lot of times with these bigger schools, you get bigger, faster kids, so it it kind of prepares you well for when the region dogfight starts.
Absolutely, and you definitely want to win those non-region games. You want to beat your rivals, but like you said, it's all about that region record because that's what makes or breaks your season right there. This year Callaway's going to come in led by junior quarterback Demetrius Coleman. He's a Rivals 3-star recruit. He's got some offers from Alabama, Mississippi State, Cincinnati, Ole Miss, just to name a few. Really good season last year. He came in midway. Him and they moved Jacob back out to wide receiver. Nothing he did. It was just, we just needed to have an outside threat, and Jacob gave us that, and it opened up lanes for Tank later in the season, running the football. Demetrius came in 48 completions on 81 attempts, 828 yards, 5 TDs. That's pretty solid.
And what I was impressed by Demetrius after he came in, it took him a couple of games to get his feet up under him, get used to the quarterback position. But as the year progressed and, we got deeper on into the season, going on into the playoffs, I was thrilled to see him. All high school football players, try to make the big play, try to make something happen. But what I seen, it really impressed me. He would look his receivers over, and instead of taking a sack for a loss or a run for a loss, he would throw the ball out of bounds.
Yes.
And that's big with high school kids because all of them want to make a big play and – so that was huge. That was Demetrius, maturing in front of us, and I'm telling you, I'm looking for a great season out of him this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Demetrius is really like that kid. He's got a good head on his shoulders, good parents. And like you said, one thing that impressed me last year, everybody forgets he was a sophomore. We were deep in the playoffs against Hateville Charter. We ran a play action. I think it was a pretty close game at the time. I think it was like 17-7. Still a very, contested game. And Demetrius on play action, first guy was covered, his second read was covered, and he just dumped it off to his fullback, who broke his tackle upfield for 20-yard gain. Those are the kind of plays you want to see from your quarterback. You don't want him forcing a ball into coverage for an interception. You don't want him running around and taking a sack for a 10-yard loss. You want to see him making good decisions. Run if you have to, pass the ball when you have to, and check down to your tailbacks when you need to do that as well. So. And we all know at running back, Callaway is going to be led by senior running back Tank Bigsby, Rivals 4-star, Auburn commit, had over 2,200 yards, 22 touchdowns on 238 carries last year. Chris, Tank's probably one of the best tailbacks Callaway's ever had.
Yes, I agree. He's a beast, and then last year, going to the practices and everything, he practices as hard as he plays on game day. And that's big too, with high school kids and everything. And I'm also looking forward, to Charlie Dixon, the junior this year, who will be back in Tank Up. And like I said, I hadn't been able to make any practices this year, but last year, with Charlie just being a sophomore last year, still learning the position and all that kind of stuff, I think we're going to see big things out of him this year too, back in Tank Up.
Absolutely. And speaking of Tank, Steve, we're going to bring you in right here for a little pregame if you want. Have you ever seen Tank play in person?
No, honestly, I can say I haven't. Last year when I watched the Callaway Troop game, I, of course, paid more attention to Troop, being a fan of their things. But definitely from the stats y'all been reporting on him, I'm definitely interested in watching him play.
Yeah, Tank last year, I've been fortunate and blessed enough. I've seen actually called every carry of his career. I remember his first touchdown as a freshman against Handley. He took a toss sweep to the right, and like a freshman with no experience, that was close. He just turned around, and, man, he took that football about 50 yards for a touchdown, and we all knew he was special. And Tank was the third tailback on that team. So a lot of special things for Cartavius Bigsby in store this year for the Callaway Cavaliers. So we got about a little under 6 minutes before kickoff. We're going to take a full timeout back to the station, and when we want to come back, I want to give a shout-out to Callaway's new softball coach, Robin McKent. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier Football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Your Pie of LaGrange wants you to come out every Monday from 7 to 9 p.m. for the Key of LaGrange Coaches Show, broadcast live by Eagle 102.3 on the patio. Come enjoy some Your Pie pizza and talk some football every Monday from 7 to 9 at Your Pie, downtown LaGrange.
State Farm, Kathy here.
Hey, it's Mike. My team just pulled off the biggest upset ever.
Nice, Mike.
And some fans are getting crazy. They even flipped over a car.
Whoa.
Turns out it's my car, though.
Oh.
But I don't want to be upset right now. I want to know State Farm's going to take care of this, right?
We got you covered, Mike.
Yes! Woo!
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the Square in downtown LaGrange.
At WellStar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At WellStar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
It's the Bottom Line sales event, and it's happening now at Nissan of LaGrange. I am Katie Cates, and I'm here to tell you that now is the time to shop for a new Nissan. We have incredible incentives, and as if that weren't enough, we are taking it one step further. We are pricing all in-stock new vehicles at dealer price. You heard me right. You pay what we pay. Visit us at NissanofLaGrange.com, where we are always open to see for yourself, or come and see us in person on the Parkway. Nissan of LaGrange, your friendliest hometown dealer.
Now back to the field for Callaway Cavaliers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back, everybody. Live here once again at Callaway Stadium. I'm Andrew Caraway with my new partner, Chris Wheelis. Chris, I think you're getting the hang of things so far. Doing pretty good up here in the broadcast. Like I said, or before we went to break, I want to give a shout-out to someone that's near and dear to all the Callaway Cavaliers' hearts. I think if Callaway had a super fan, she would be it. I want to give a shout-out to Coach Robin McCann of the Callaway High School softball team. They were able to push a run across in the bottom of the 8th inning to beat Bowden 1-0 on Thursday, improving to 8-2 with their 7th consecutive win. It says here Mackenzie Rhodes won the game on a sacrifice fly, and Faith Horton pitched the 8th inning shutout. So Callaway's heading into Region 5 AA play next week, where they'll host Lamar County on Tuesday, and they'll visit Heard County on Thursday. So definitely wishing Coach McCann the best of luck, and
absolutely.
Really want to see them do well. So, well, we once again got about 2 minutes. Callaway starting to take the field. Callaway in the red jerseys, black helmets, black pants, the traditional Callaway Cavalier look, and Starr's Mill will be in their white silver pants with the silver helmets. And let's see, captains are at midfield. It looks like captains for the Callaway Cavaliers was going to be number 5, Antonez Blunt, number 14, Anthony Elliott, number 7, R.J. Williams, and number 10, Jabari Smith. And once the captains turn around, we'll give you the Starr's Mill captains. And while we're waiting on that, we will bring you tonight's starting lineup for the Callaway Cavaliers, whose starting lineups tonight are brought to you by Your Pie in downtown LaGrange on Bull Street. So tonight's starting lineup for the Callaway Cavaliers: quarterback Demetrius Coleman, running back will be Tank Bigsby, tight end Karis Jackson, wide receiver Antonez Blunt, wide receiver Marcus Mormon, wide receiver Jacob Freeman, and your offensive line from tackle to tackle, Lathan Patterson, Austin Thomas, Zach Neighbors, Jared Nation, and Tate Johnson will round out the offense. On defense, defensive line, Anthony Elliott, Keyshawn Suggs, Jabari Smith, and Trey Stevens. Linebacker, R.J. Williams, Austin Thomas, Jalen Hunt, and Eli Freeman. And your defensive backfield will be Jalen Shepard, Jacob Freeman, Osiris Rivas, and the kicker, Blake Eubanks. And that's your starting lineups for the Callaway Cavaliers. And Chris, I don't know if let's see, is Callaway receiving the kick? I could not tell.
Yeah, Starr's Mill won the toss, and I think they're going to defer to the second half.
Okay, so Callaway looks to receive the ball to start the game. So while Callaway goes and gets behind their banner, we're going to take another quick timeout back to the station. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier Football on the Eagle Sports Network.
It seems just like yesterday. He was running around the backyard playing football with his little brother, dreaming about the big game. Now he's here. He worked hard to make the team, and he's ready to take the field. And at Synovus, we're here to cheer him on. From meeting your personal and business banking needs to pulling for the hometown football team on Friday nights, we're proud to be a part of our community. We're Synovus, the bank of here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Life costs money, sometimes lots. First Franklin Financial has loans for living. Our Hogansville and LaGrange branches offer personal loans from $300 to $15,000 with payment plans to fit any budget. Stop by and meet the friendly Franklin folk at the location near you. Visit onefc.com to learn more. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee number 5656.
Now back to the field for Callaway Cavaliers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back in, live here at Callaway Stadium. Callaway and Starr's Mill getting ready to kick it off. You can hear the Zombie Nation in the background. Callaway seems to be their theme song since back when I played. I kind of like that little kickoff song, Chris. It gets me pumped up.
Gets them revved up, ready to go. They're all jumping around, getting ready, going out on the field.
It looks like Callaway.
Yeah, looks like Starr's Mill chose to receive the ball.
So Callaway's going to be kicking off. They're going to be going from right to left from the press box. Lining up to kick for the Cavaliers is number 29, Blake Eubanks, a sophomore. Got a kickoff team. Got a lot of big boys out there. And back to receive for Starr's Mill is number 2, Wes Haney, the junior from Peachtree City. And let's see, we're opening kickoff tonight is brought to you by Glenn Smith, Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile. And without further ado, let's kick off the 2019 season. Blake Eubanks kicks it, goes back deep, and it is going to be taken on the goal line by number 11, Nate Kearns Jr., and it is going to be called dead. I don't think they're going to do live kickoffs tonight, Chris. So nice kick, though, to open the season. So that was something that was a huge question mark coming into the year, was who was going to replace Hunter Williamson for the Callaway Cavaliers.
Yeah, that was, and as we all know, Hunter's going to Georgia State to kick for them. So kid's going to have a little bit of pressure on, got some big shoes to fill.
Absolutely. So Starr's Mill going from left to right, breaks the huddle. They're in a wing set. Here's a quick shift. Here's the snap. It's a quick trap on the inside given to number 1, Kalen Sims, but that is blown dead. Looks like we might have an illegal shift. Yep, false start against Starr's Mill, so that'll back them up 5 yards, Chris.
Yeah, they just a little anxious like we are to get the season started, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was an interesting shift. They went from a traditional line where looks like they shifted the guard over on the other side of the center and had 2 guards next to each other, and they may have not been set for a complete second. So starting quarterback number 4, Hunter Lawson, the senior for Starr's Mill. They break the huddle. Lawson under center. Man in motion, he takes the ball, gives it on the sweep to the left side of number 35, who's met by a host of Cavaliers, maybe gained 1 or 2 yards there. So good pursuit by the Callaway defense, Chris.
Great pursuit. Whole line shifted to the right, so they got them. Coach Hubbard's got them prepared like they knew what was coming.
And that was number 35 on the carry, Carson Kalen for Starr's Mill. That's going to bring up, they lost 2 yards on the play right there. So 2nd and 12 for Starr's Mill. They break the huddle. Callaway putting their hands in the dirt. Lawson under center. Now he's going to back up into the shotgun. We got twins to the near side of the formation. Here's the snap. He's dropping back to pass. He's looking. He's got pressure. He's running out of the pocket. He's to the 20, to the 25, and he's going to be brought down around the 27-yard line by a host of Cavaliers. Looks like Jacob Freeman and number 59 for the Cavaliers, Jarez Patterson.
Look at the pursuit on the ball, Andrew. I think every player on defense was over here on the 30-yard line in on the tackle.
And what did Coach Hubbard tell us before the game? That we're going to pursue the ball, and they did just that right there. And that sets up a 3rd down and an 11 for the Callaway Cavaliers defense. And senior R.J. Williams did a good job making his presence felt on that play. Starr's Mill breaks the huddle. Hunter Lawson under center. Takes the snap. He's going to give it inside to the fullback, number 6, Ben Boudinot, and I don't think he may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage there, Chris, and that's going to set up 4th and 10.
That was great defensive stand by Callaway's defense. You can see Coach Hubbard's got those young guys, like he told us before the game, sliding down the line and following the ball carrier.
Absolutely. And Steve, down there, Callaway's defense playing pretty fast, aren't they?
Yes, definitely. They are all over Starr's Mill tonight. Definitely making them work for what they need.
And that's a patent of a Dusty Hubbard defense is speed and pursuit. So Starr's Mill back to punt. Number 85, Gavin Necessary. That ball's up, skied. It's going to be fair caught. It's actually going to hit. Tank's going to let that ball drop, and it's going to be dead around the 25-yard line, and that's where the Callaway offense will set up shop. We're going to take a quick 30 spot back to the station. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier Football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Hi, Jonathan Moose Matt here from Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile. This is your invitation to our Customer Appreciation Open House and ribbon cutting on Saturday starting at 10 a.m. We want to say thank you to all of our many friends and customers and invite new customers to join the Glenn Smith family.
Online 24/7, 365 at glennsmith.com. That's GLYNNsmith.com.
Now back to the field for Callaway Cavaliers football on the
ball
Eagle
back up.
Sports Network.
All right, welcome back in. Live here at Callaway Stadium. I'm Andrew Caraway with Chris Wheelis. Callaway's defense forcing a 3-and-out of Starr's Mill in the opening series. Now here's their first play on offense. Demetrius in the shotgun. He's going to give the ball straight ahead to Tank Bigsby. He's at the 40, and he's wrapped up by number 8 for the Panthers. And solid gain on first down there, Chris.
Yeah, it looks like he got about 6 yards, 7 yards, and just arm tackle got him when he was stumbling, or he might have broke it to go all the way.
Absolutely. So once again, Callaway back to the line of scrimmage. Antonez Blunt out wide. Marcus Mormon to the near side. Jacob Demetrius under center. Snap given straight ahead to Tank Bigsby, who's wrapped up, and he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage, looking like that defense definitely keen on Tank right there, Chris.
Yeah, I think he might have even lost a couple of yards, but that was great pursuit on the ball carrier by Starr's Mill.
Absolutely. So that's going to set up a looks like a 3rd and manageable here for Callaway. Probably a 3rd and 5. So Callaway in the shotgun, twins to both sides of the formation. Demetrius in the shotgun. Here's the snap. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to keep it and pitch it to Tank Bigsby, who's got the first down and about 5-6 more yards to the 50 to the 49 of Starr's Mill. So good play on the speed option.
About a 12 or 13-yard gain right there.
So good job right there by the Callaway offense picking up the first down. First down of the season brought to you by Cartavius Bigsby. So 0-0 score early in this contest. Starr's Mill 3-and-out on their first possession. Demetrius in the shotgun. We got trips to the near side. Ball on the Starr's Mill 46. Here's the snap. He drops back to pass. He's got pressure. He's running to the 50. He's going to get to the 40. Pump fakes. And he's going to be run out of the bounds around the 39, 38-yard line of Starr's Mill. Good job by Demetrius avoiding pressure in the pocket there, Chris.
That's good run to make, kind of, well, I wouldn't say it was a broken play, but it just, receivers were covered good over the middle.
That's right. Good job breaking free right there by Demetrius Coleman, the junior single caller for the Callaway Cavaliers. Callaway in the shotgun. We got trips to the far side. Jacob Freeman to the near side. Demetrius calling his cadence. He's going to take the snap. He's going to drop back to pass. He's looking. He's got Jacob open deep.
Got him wide open.
And he catches the ball for the Callaway touchdown. Callaway
Beautiful
on top,
pass.
6-0. What a pass.
Beautiful pass by Demetrius Coleman.
Yeah, Callaway, it was looked like just a streak route to Jacob Freeman, and Jacob went up, caught the ball, and Demetrius only put it where his guy could get it, so Callaway leads 6-0. So Callaway lines up for the extra point to make it a 7-0 ball game. 7:54 left in the first quarter. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So 7:54 left. Callaway on top, 7-0. We're going to take a quick 30 spot back to the station. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier Football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Getting you back into the game is Emory Southern Orthopedics Gold. The full-service orthopedic medical practice features board-certified surgeons, a prompt care center, surgical facility, and physical therapy services. The collaborative medical team at Emory Southern Orthopedics combines with leading-edge orthopedic treatment with proven traditional methods to aid you in achieving an active, pain-free lifestyle. Emory Southern Orthopedics, getting you back into your game.
Now back to the field for Callaway Cavaliers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
All right, welcome back. Live here at Callaway Stadium. Callaway strikes first on their opening possession of the scrimmage. Demetrius Coleman throwing about a 35-yard strike to Jacob Freeman. And here's the kickoff brought to you by Glenn Smith, Buick, and GMC. And it's going to be received inside the 10-yard line by Starr's Mill, and they're just going to call that dead and bring it up to the 20-yard line. So, Chris, what are you looking for here for the second series from the defense?
I'd love to see Coach Hubbard just keep the pressure on, keep them storming in there. Adjusting to all the different switches that they're doing on the offensive line, because quarterback's got them moving around a good bit for Starr's Mill.
Absolutely. So Starr's Mill is going to break the huddle. They're under center. Here's the snap. It's going to be a straight giveaway up the middle, and Callaway's going to concede about maybe one, maybe two on the play there, Chris. Once again, good pursuit by that defense on the dive.
Yeah, and hard running by the running back, too, for Starr's Mill.
Couldn't see the number on that.
Yeah, that's what I was
tackle.
Trying to get
The sun is kind of brutal.
Looks like we got about 10 minutes and it'll be behind the trees over there.
So Starr's Mill checking to the sideline to get the play call in. They're going to break the huddle. Number 4, Hunter Lawson, under center in a wing look. He's going to take the ball. He's going to play action. He's looking to throw, and that ball's batted down the line. Great job. Who was that on that, Chris? I think it was number 9, Keyshawn Suggs.
Number 9.
With the pressure for the Callaway Cavaliers. Good job. Starr's Mill looked like they may have had a man open downfield, and we did a good job at batting that ball down. So it's going to set up a 3rd down, and we'll call it a long 6. Excellent job on the pass rush there, Chris.
Yeah, he had him on the 40 for about a 7 or 8 yard gain, so that was big by the defense.
So Lawson breaks the huddle once again in the wing formation. Takes the snap. He drops back to pass. He's looking. That ball is going to be complete and dropped. That was a 1st down right there by number 85. Gavin, and it says Gavin Necessary. So that's his last name. So his last name is Necessary. I just wanted to make sure we weren't butchering that. But there was a flag on the play. Let's see what the call is.
It was right there about where the pass was thrown to. I don't know if it was a holding or.
Maybe a hold on the Callaway Cavaliers. We'll see what happens. The holding will be the call against the Cavaliers, and that'll be a 10-yard penalty and an automatic 1st down, I would assume, from the spot of the foul. Yep. So Callaway defense swarming early, had a shot at another 3 and out, just a self-inflicted wound right there on defense.
Yes, they're in the backfield. That defensive line's in the backfield just about every play.
And while we're marking off the penalty yards, Steve, did you get a chance to see that touchdown pass from Demetrius? That looked like a pretty ball from up here.
Oh, that was a delicious, great pass. Nice hands on him to receive that catch.
Yeah, it's something we've seen from Jacob Freeman for 4 years straight now. That's his specialty. So, all right, Starr's Mill with a new set of downs. Lawson under center. He's going to take the snap. He's going to get it straight ahead, and he's going to pick up about 5 yards on the play. And I think that's Ben Bodney. I'm going to say it's B-O-D-N-E. I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce that. I'm going to say Bodney or Boudney.
That's a big kid, too.
So, absolutely. It doesn't look like a tailback. He looks like a fullback.
Yeah.
So, this old offense right here reminds me of the old Steve Pardue wing that LaGrange High ran with huge success for years. So, let's see here. We got about 6:22 left in the first quarter. Callaway on top 7-0. Lawson breaks the huddle under center. Got twins to the far side. Here's the snap. They're going to get straight ahead to number 1. And we met him in the backfield, and he squirted forward. And I think he's close to the 1st down. I thought we were going to catch him for no gain there, Chris.
I'm telling you, Kalen Sims, for his size, senior running back for Starr's Mill, he runs the ball hard.
Yeah, that was a good run right there, real physical run, and I thought we had him for no gain, but he ends up picking up the first down for Starr's Mill in Callaway territory at the 46-yard line. See, Callaway's defense led by number 3, Jalen Shepard out there. I'm getting used to all these numbers. Everybody, last year Jalen was 28, so I'm still getting used to everybody's number change.
They change them every year, or mostly every year.
They want those cool numbers.
Yeah.
So it looks like Lawson's going to be in the shotgun, flanked on each side by a running back. He drops back to pass, looking. That ball is going to be tipped and almost intercepted by number 11, Jamari Jones, the senior safety for the Callaway Cavaliers. And once again, another tip pass, Chris.
I think Jones he had already keyed in on making the tackle, and he was surprised the ball was tipped to him.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's going to set up a second down and 10 at the Callaway 46-yard line. Starr's Mill in the huddle. Lawson's going to break the huddle. They're going to send a wide receiver out wide. Tight end in tight. You're going to have 2 backs. And we have a whistle. Looks like we were just trying to get everything reset. The official was out of position, so we get her back in position. Lawson, man in motion, going to take the snap and give the ball straight ahead to the fullback. And that is the senior Ben Bodney for, it looks like it made a 1, maybe a 2-yard gain, Chris.
Yeah. Yeah, he runs the ball hard too. Like I said, he's a big kid.
So that's going to set up a 3rd down and 7 right here for Starr's Mill, and I would be highly shocked if they did not go to the air right here. Yeah. So Lawson getting the play call from the sideline. Checks his wristband. Calls the play in the huddle. Starr's Mill is going to break the huddle once again. Lawson's going to be under center. Number 88. Malachi Townsend's going to be split to the near side for the Panthers. Lawson takes a snap, play action fake, drops back to pass, looking. And he's got a man down, and Callaway intercepts the ball at the 10-yard line. Get a number right here. Number 6 for the Callaway Cavaliers, Marcus Mormon with another pick. And Chris Willis, I don't know if you were at a lot of games last year, but Marcus Mormon was a name I caught a lot last year.
Yes, he made a living doing that last year.
Absolutely. So heck of an interception there by Marcus Mormon. And I tell you what, though, for Starr's Mill, you can't get too upset with that because that almost is like a punt, though, too. It pins Callaway back pretty deep. So Callaway will set up a 1st down and 10 at their 10-yard line. So while we're switching possessions, we're going to take a timeout back to the station. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier Football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Isn't life crazy? One day your fender gets dented by a runaway shopping cart. The next day, your kid's college entrance exam is a runaway success.
Yes, I got accepted.
But that's life. Some days you're the bug, some days you're the windshield. No worries, your State Farm agent is here in all of life's moments, the good and the not so good, to help life go right. So good day, bad day, any day, let's talk.
State Farm agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Now back to the field for Callaway Cavaliers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
All right, welcome back. Live here at Callaway Stadium, where Marcus Mormon just intercepted the Hunter Lawson pass for Starr's Mill, and it sets up Callaway 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line. And Chris, where we were kind of having some worries about that defense, some big plays early in this game for the young Callaway defense.
Coming out looking good. They've had pressure. They've been defensive line's been in the backfield the whole game, and then on that pass play, Starr's Mill's huge line gives the quarterback plenty of time to play or to pass, and then when he threw it, there were 4 DBs back there for Callaway on 2 receivers, so great coverage.
Yeah, when you run a wing offense, you're not going to have a lot of guys, and it's running routes. It's going to be easy to sit back and play coverage for Callaway. So Demetrius breaks the huddle. I formation, twins to the far side. Man in motion. He's going to take the snap. He's going to give it straight ahead to Tank Bigsby. He's got a huge hole to the 20. Makes the man miss to the 30. He might be gone, Chris. To the 50, to the 40, to the 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Callaway. 90 yards.
90-yard run.
90 yards on the carry for the senior tailback and Auburn commits Tank Bigsby. Heck of a job right there, and that's classic Callaway football. I formation, fullback lead, and you just get Tank in space.
Great job of blocking by the offensive line for Callaway, too. That was another thing they were worried about, is how those young kids, were going to replace KJ, Pritchett, and all those guys that are gone. They did a heck of a job on that run.
Absolutely. Heck of a job right there by Cartavius So here's the extra point. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick. The extra point is good. So with 4:31 left in the first quarter, Callaway leads 14-0 over Starr's Mill. We're going to take a timeout back to the station. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier football on the Eagle Sports Network.
This month we are featuring the workhorse, jack of all trades, the midsize SUV, the 2019 Kia Sorento. We're talking about safety, comfort, technology, and third-row seating. Right now, you can ride away in a brand-new 2019 Kia Sorento L model, only $22,990. Yep, $22,990. You can also check us out online at KeelerGrange.com. Help support your local economy. God bless America.
Cell number 111598. Price plus tax, tag, and title. Offer good through August 31st, 2019. See Kia LaGrange for complete details.
Now back to the field for Callaway Cavaliers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
All right, welcome back in, everybody, as Callaway is struck again. Cartavius Tank Bigsby takes the handoff 90 yards for 6. Extra point was good. Callaway on top 14-0. So Callaway lines up for the kickoff. Brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick and GMC in Opelika. The kick's deep. It's going to sail out of bounds around the 10-yard line. We're going to see a flag, Chris. We've had some good kickoffs by Blake Eubanks for Callaway. That one kind of got yanked. Looked like a little. That happens to me when I play golf sometimes. My pitching wedge will get stuck. So,
yeah, me and you both.
So it looks like they're going to enforce the penalty. It looks like they're going to enforce the penalty. All right. So Starr's Mill breaks the huddle. Here's the snap, giveaway straight ahead to number 1, who's going to pick up maybe a yard, maybe a long 2 on the run right there by number 1, Kalen Sims. Chris, 2-yard gain on the play. So look, another physical run there by Sims.
Yeah, to be his size, I'm really impressed by how hard he runs the ball. He's small in stature, but he brings a thump when he gets to the offensive line.
Absolutely. So once again, Callaway on top 14-0 late in this first quarter. Starr's Mill is going to break the huddle in the shotgun, twins to the near side of the formation. Here's the snap. Drops back to pass. He's looking for a man on the wheel route, and it's almost intercepted. And who was that?
Freeman.
Freeman almost intercepts that ball. So Jacob's playing two ways tonight. It's he's played a little defense before. Never anything to this capacity. So we'll definitely, if anyone's going to have stamina to do it both ways, it's Jacob Freeman.
Yeah, we've seen him come in a couple of times, at DB in the playoffs. Later we got on into the playoffs, and he did a good job. Did a real good job. Held his own. Looked like they got him at safety tonight.
Absolutely, doing a heck of a job right now on defense. Starr's Mill breaks the huddle in the shotgun, twins to the near side. Here's the snap, fakes the pass. He's going to throw back on the bubble screen and pick up maybe 2 or 3 yards to number 85, Gavin Necessary, and he didn't gain the yards necessary. I couldn't resist using the pun right there, but close to the first down, be a 4th and a long 2 there, Chris.
Yeah, they look like they're going to send the punting team out, or probably the punting team. I was going to say it may be the goal line to hand it off for the 2, but looks like they're going to punt.
Yeah, even though it is a scrimmage game and you want to get work in certain situations, you still have a little bit of pride. You don't want the score to get out of hand.
That's right.
So in the way Callaway's moving the ball, so Starr's Mill back to punt, number 85. Necessary, Mr. Do-It-All for the Panthers, back to punt. And back deep for the Callaway Cavaliers is number 2, Jacob Freeman. Wearing number 2, got the wristbands and the sleeve, the Nike visor shining in the sun. Here's the punt. Fair catch by Jacob. Going to be taken around the 26, 27-yard line. And that's where the Cavaliers will set up shop. So we're going to take a quick 30 spot back to the station on the change of possession. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier football on the Eagle Sports Network.
If you need medical treatment at the highest level and want care that's personal, turn to WellStar. We offer the latest procedures at Georgia's first certified comprehensive cardiac center, along with an innovative approach to fighting cancer, where specialists collaborate to accelerate diagnosis and treatment. We're also home to a top-level stroke program that performs life-saving operations every day. At WellStar, we care for the whole you. Learn more at wellstar.org.
Hi, Jonathan Moose Mapp here from Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile. This is your invitation to our Customer Appreciation Open House and ribbon cutting on Saturday starting at 10 a.m. We want to say thank you to all of our many friends and customers and invite new customers to join the Glenn Smith family.
Online 24/7, 365 at glennsmith.com. That's GLYNN Smith.com.
Now back to the field for Callaway Cavaliers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
All right, welcome back in live here at Callaway Stadium. I'm Andrew Caraway, joined by Chris Wheelis, my broadcast partner. On first down, Callaway's going to run a screen pass to Antonez Blunt, who picks up a first down, and Marcus Mormon on the reverse gained no yardage, so it's 2nd and 10 for the Callaway Cavaliers. We're going to be in the shotgun. We're going to fake the jet sweep, and we're going to hand it off to number 21, Quandarius Redding for the Callaway Cavaliers. He's going to be dropped for a 3-yard loss. And, Chris, that's the first negative play for the Callaway offense this quarter.
Starr's middle defense really pursued that, and I've been hearing Coach Woodard tell me a lot about that kid that just run the ball, Redding. They expecting big things out of him.
Yeah, Redding looks good back there next to Demetrius Coleman. Callaway breaks the huddle, trips to the near side of the formation. Looks like Jacob to the far side. Man in motion, Marcus Mormon. We're going to roll to the right. We got a flag down. Good ball caught. Jacob Freeman's going to be near a first down. We rolled the pocket, and I think we might have had a man in motion during the snap or something there, Chris. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, it looks like the running back got a little anxious and started early.
So, Steve, you got to see Tank on 90 yards. How'd it look down there?
That was an awesome run that Tank had. I mean, there was no way Starrs was going to catch him. Once he got outside, he was gone. There was nothing they could do but just let him go to the end zone.
That was a classic Callaway offensive play right there. Just I formation, pound the rock, and found pay dirt. That's something that us Callaway fans have seen for over a decade.
A lot of years.
A lot of tailbacks have scored on that play. So Callaway's going to be penalized. Looks like it's going to be set up a third. We'll call it 3rd and 20. So it looks like number 9 for the Callaway Cavaliers, Keyshawn Suggs, is coming to play tight end. Callaway in the shotgun. Twins to both sides of the formation. Trips. Demetrius drops back to pass. He's looking. There's pressure. He's going to run. He's up to the 40-yard line, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds, maybe at the 48, 49, close to a first down, Chris. We'll see where they spot the ball.
Yeah, about a 17, 18-yard line. I was 17, 18-yard run. That's good yard.
It looks like he's a yard short. I would go for this right here. 14-point lead. It's a scrimmage. Let's see if your offensive line can get you a yard when they know what's coming.
They're bringing Tank back in, so that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to try to grind this one out.
So Tank coming in wearing his number 4. He stands behind Demetrius Coleman. Callaway in a shotgun, trips to the far side. Here's the snap. It's going to be given to Tank, and he's going to try to surge forward, and he is swarmed for about a 2-yard loss right there by Starr's Mill. Good defense by number 8 for the Panthers. Cole Bishop, Chris, just not a lot of surge there on that offensive line.
They knew who was getting the ball on that carry.
Yeah, and that was a little bit of the problem last year until you saw the emergence of Quay Hines was,
right.
Tank's good. He's very good, but, I mean, he can't do everything. You got to have some help, and when the other team knows who's getting the ball, that's where you need a little bit of extra help from your offensive line and everybody else. So we'll see if that next series we can get a better push on the offensive line. So, but nonetheless, Panthers take over inside Callaway territory at the 46-yard line. Lawson in the shotgun, twins to both sides of the formation. Here's the snap. Looking. He's throwing the ball deep downfield. He's got a man, and it's going to be picked by Callaway. Intercepted. It's going to be brought back to the 20. He's to the 30. He's to the 40. And he's going to be driven out of bounds near the 45-yard line, and that's the Honey Badger himself, Jalen Shepard. We started calling him the Honey Badger last year because all those interceptions, like Tyrann Mathieu for LSU back in the day. I know you're an Alabama guy and I'm a Georgia guy, so we don't like those LSU Tigers.
No.
But
got a flag on the play over here. I think he may have.
Did he step out, or do we maybe have a block in the back?
I think they caught. Yeah, block in the back. I think on the return.
See Coach Napier with his hands on his hips. It looks like it might be against Callaway. We'll see what the call is here. They're not going to make a call. Okay, blocking the back by Callaway, so that'll set them up first down inside the 30 at the 26-yard line. So that's where Callaway set up shop. But nonetheless, great interception by Jalen Shepard. And I tell you what, Starr Mill's passing game is just not on sync here early in this game.
No, he's got the guys open, but he's leading them too far.
I formation. Demetrius takes the snap. He's rolling to his right. He's running for his life. And he's going to pick up maybe 2 yards on the play. And like you talked about in the pregame, Chris, Demetrius doing a good job of not forcing something when he's in trouble. He didn't try to do something he couldn't do. He just picked up the necessary yardage and lived to fight another day.
Yep, he did like I said, he got really well at doing that last year toward the end of the year and into the playoffs, and that's what you got to do instead of forcing interception right there.
Absolutely. So good 3-yard gain right there for Demetrius Coleman on the rollout. Callaway breaks the huddle in the shotgun, twins to the near side. Coleman claps his hands. He gets the ball, play action. He's going to throw it complete to Antonez Blunt. He peels back. You'd like to see him go forward. He's a big old boy committed to Samford University, but we pick up the first down. So I think that's going to be near midfield there, Chris.
Yeah, good pass by Demetrius. Looked like about close to a 10-yard gain for the first.
So 26 seconds left here in the first quarter. Callaway on top 14-0.
Uh-oh, we were walking backwards.
Is there another flag? I heard roughing the passer, but if that's roughing the passer,
Yeah.
that's against.
I think they're going to.
Is it a hold? Okay, yeah, they're going the wrong way. Okay, so roughing the passer is the call against Starr Mill. So that's going to be, I believe, still a 15-yard penalty. Okay, officials getting the ball set for play.
Coach Wiggins over here telling the official what he wants to do.
Okay. He may decline the penalty, the yards on the pass. And that's a good thing to see early in the game, too, was Demetrius hitting his balls to his wide receiver core. And it's something we talked about on the field before the game, Chris, is this might be the most talented group of receivers, deepest group of receivers Callaway's had since 2016 when they had Braylon Sanders and DQ Wilkerson.
Yes, I agree.
So Callaway, first down. Here's the snap, get straightaway give. And the ball is going to be fumbled and picked up by number 13. There's no one around him. He's to the 20, 10, 5, touchdown Starr Mill. And that's a fumble right there by number 21, Quindarius Redding. Just kind of got stacked up on the – and he's still down.
Yeah, I think that's Redding, the ball carrier.
Yeah, Redding's down. Is he okay?
I hadn't seen him move
He's
since
not
he
moving.
went down.
Yeah, let's see what's going on. They're rolling him over on his back. He's moving his head. I think he's cramping. He's moving his legs, so that's good to see. So while they attend to the injured Cavalier, we're going to take a timeout back to the station. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier Football on Eagle Sports Network.
State Farm, Kathy here.
Hey, it's Mike. My team just pulled off the biggest upset ever.
Nice, Mike.
And some fans are getting crazy. They even flipped over a car.
Whoa.
Turns out it's my car, though.
Oh.
But I don't want to be upset right now. I want to know State Farm's going to take care of this, right?
We got you covered, Mike.
Yes! Woo!
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Now back to the field for Callaway Cavaliers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
All right, welcome back. Live here at Callaway Stadium where Callaway leads Starr Mill 14-6, pending the extra point with 13 seconds left here in the first quarter. Callaway, everything going really good on that drive. Just had an untimely fumble right there, and Starr Mill able to get some life in this game. And with a team like this, with a rebuilding defense, a strong offense, you definitely don't want to give another team cheap points, which is what that was. So, but thankfully, this is a scrimmage. It's a learning experience, and it's good to go back and watch that tape. So, but overall, Chris, I was impressed early on in that drive up until the fumbles. It was a good-looking drive.
Defensive back was just at the right place at the right time. I mean, it bounced up and hit him right in the numbers.
So Starr Mill lines up for the extra point. Number 38 is going to be kicking Christian Castillo. The kick is up. And it looks like the kick is good. So with 13 seconds left in the first quarter, Starr's Mill trails Callaway 14-7. We're going to take a quick timeout back to the station. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier Football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Hi, Jonathan Moose Map here from Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile. This is your invitation to our Customer Appreciation Open House and ribbon cutting on Saturday starting at 10 a.m. We want to say thank you to all of our many friends and customers and invite new customers to join the Glenn Smith family.
Online 24/7, 365 at glennsmith.com. That's GLYNNsmith.com.
Now back to the field for Callaway Cavaliers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
All right, welcome back in live here at Callaway Stadium. I'm Andrew Caraway with Chris Wheelis, new broadcast partner. And Chris, we almost got a whole quarter in the books, and you haven't left the booth or anything, so I think we're doing well. We're doing well.
Yeah, enjoying it. A little bit of different perspective sitting up here watching it and standing on the sideline watching it.
It's different. I can tell you that I don't think my dad could do this because, he was notorious down there with all the fans, with Mr. Curtis and all them. You can hear him on the field. And you actually used to do the chain for Callaway, so you had a unique perspective as well.
Yeah.
So here's the kick. Deep kick's going to be fielded around the 15-yard line. And that kickoff is brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick and GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile. So Callaway is going to take back on the field, and we'll see if we can't clean up what happened on that last play with that fumble. And I didn't see what happened to Quindarius Redding. Was he able to walk off on his own power?
Yeah, he jogged off under his own power. I think it was cramping
cramp.
or the way he grabbed his leg.
Yeah. So thankfully he's okay. So Callaway's going to break the huddle. Twins to the near side of the formation. Demetrius brings a man in motion. Marcus Mormon claps his hands, takes the snap. He's looking. He's going to throw a screen pass to Jacob Freeman, who's up to the 30. Makes the man miss around the 35. Cuts back inside. Still dragging people, and he's going to be finally dropped by a host of Panthers around 36, 37-yard line, and that'll end the first quarter there, Chris.
Good run by Jacob. He turned like a 1-yard gain into 7 or 8 or 9 yards.
And that's what you want to see with him at wide receiver, that dynamic that he brings to the table. So that'll set up a 2nd and 1 for Callaway when we return for the second quarter. We're going to take another timeout from a word from our sponsors. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier Football on the Eagle Sports Network.
At WellStar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At WellStar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
Now back to the field for Callaway Cavaliers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back to Callaway Stadium. We're going to start the second quarter of play with our Cavaliers leading Starr's Mill 14-7. Callaway facing a 2nd and 1 on their own 39-yard line. So Callaway's going to break the huddle. Twins to the near side. Jacob Freeman out wide. Looks like we got Marcus Mormon in the slot. We're going to bring Jalen Shepard in motion. Here's the snap. The give straight ahead. And that's going to be Cartavius Bigsby. And he's going to be bottled up for about a 2-yard loss. And tell you what, when he's in the game, they're keying on Tank.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think every Starr's Mill player in white was on the field, was on the tackle then.
And when you see that, too, that's going to lead to stuff later in the year when he's in the game. That play action will be there, and there'll be some big plays to be made downfield by these wide receivers. All right. Demetrius takes the snap. He gives it straight ahead to Cartavius. He lowers his head, picks up just enough for the first down. I think just at the yard needed for that first down right there. So that's going to set up a first down for Callaway. Man, he had to fight for every inch of that yard.
Yeah, they definitely keying on him. They know who's getting the ball when he's in the game.
Absolutely. So first down and 10 for Callaway. They're at their own 42-yard line. Callaway breaks the huddle. Twins to the near side. Twins to the far side as well. Demetrius in the shotgun, claps his hands, takes the snap, play action. He's looking. He's running to the near side. He's going to throw the ball. It's going to be complete to Jalen Shepard for about a 5-yard gain right there on the curl route.
I'm impressed by watching the offensive line, Andrew, with all those young guys back there. They're giving Demetrius, 3, 4, 5 seconds to throw the ball. That's big.
That's big, especially when you're replacing, 3 starters in that offensive line and 3 starters that were key to that Final Four push. So Callaway breaks it again. Twins to the near side, twins to the far. Demetrius in the shotgun. Tank's in motion. They're going to give the ball to Tank on the sweep, and he's straight ahead. He makes a man miss, and he's down to the 40. And I tell you what, if he hadn't tripped over that turf monster, he might have taken that to the house too.
When he made the cut, I think his shoestring got him.
And what's crazy about Cartavius is last year I think that the grass made more tackles than actual players did on him. He gets to going and feet get to churning. So that's going to set up a first down inside Panther territory at the 41-yard line. Callaway once again in the shotgun. Tank comes out for a breather, and Quindarius Redding back in the game. Callaway trips to the far side. Demetrius claps his hands, takes the snap, and he's going to play action. He's going to throw the ball to the 40, to the 35, down to the 30 for a first down. Didn't see who made the catch right there.
I think it was Shepard.
So I think you're correct. That is Jalen Shepard, and that was a little version of an RPO right there. That's something Callaway added to the playbook last season.
Yes, and that's one of my favorite plays in college and pro football. It gives the quarterback, 2 or 3 different options when he rolls out with the ball.
Absolutely. Super hard to defend when you get him on the edge, making a player make a decision. So Callaway, once again, it's got twin to the near side. Demetrius takes the snap from the shotgun, looking. He throws the ball deep. He got a man one-on-one coverage, and it's picked off in the end zone. I don't know if he got away with a little pushing there, but he definitely did a good job of shielding Antonez Blunt out there and intercepting it in the end zone. Nothing really you could do as a receiver. You just kind of want to put that ball up a little bit higher, give your guy a chance to use his height.
Looks like when Blunt was cutting to come across the middle of the end zone, looked like their feet got tangled up, and he was actually falling right about the same time the ball got there.
Absolutely, and you definitely want to, keep, stuff in mind. I like seeing them take shots. You want to have that threat and just know that, hey, Callaway we can throw the ball. And we're not just a ground and pound team. We can throw the ball when we want to, not when we have to. So after the interception, Starr's Mill take over on their own 30-yard line. Lawson breaks the huddle under center. He's going to take the snap. He's going to give it straight ahead to the fullback. And he's going to drag defenders for 9, maybe 10 yards right there, Chris. He may have enough for a Panther first down.
That was a strong run. That kid's something else. I think it's.
When we saw his stats, I thought he'd be more of a swift running back there, but it looks like he gets all the tough yardage right there. So his stats are impressive given the position that he plays. So Starr's Mill breaks the huddle. They're going to give him a first down on that play. Lost under center. He's going to take the snap, play action. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to plant his feet and throw, and he's got a man on the slant route. He put that ball on the money, Chris. First down and some, gain an extra 15 yards on the play. Great job there to Necessary.
Hit him right in the numbers, right dead in the numbers, and had the guy that was going long. He had the defender beat by about 3 or 4 yards. So I'm glad he kind of threw it dumped it underneath.
So a lot of these guys on defense playing 2 ways for Callaway. So you wonder if fatigue may be starting to set in a little bit. It is very hot out there. All right, Starr's Mill under center. They're going to get the ball straight ahead. On the dive.
Looks like a fumble.
Ball's out. He gained 2 yards. We'll see who's got it. It looks like Callaway's got the football. We'll see what the official says. Waiting for a call. And that ball is Callaway football. So Callaway on the turnover. Defense doing what Dusty Hubbard defenses do is when they bend it a little bit, they force that turnover. So good job.
Looked like number 34. Eli Freeman in the mix, 11th grader. He's looking to get a lot of playing time this year on defense.
And Steve, down there, you got a good vantage point. Were we able to kind of strip it out as it was going down, or was that ball already coming out?
No, definitely Callaway defense forced that fumble. They just buckled down and held them to what they needed to do and doing what they need to do.
Absolutely. So huge turnover right there. Callaway back in business at their own 41-yard line. Demetrius once again in the under center. Takes a snap, gives it straight ahead to Tank Bigsby, who bounces outside to the right. He's up to the 50,
got a
to
flag.
the 40, 30, 20. 10-5, touchdown Callaway, but we got a flag back deep, and man, we don't want to start that again.
No.
I think we got a hold on on one of the receivers. Let's see what the call is.
Coach Wiggins got his hands on his knees. He's kind of.
Yeah, I think that holding was about 10 yards behind the play, and you hate to see that. That's something that, I'd like to see officiating crews do a little bit differently this year. Is if it doesn't matter, don't throw a flag.
I agree.
If he's 10 yards behind the play, it didn't matter.
Right.
If he was 10 yards in front of the play, it mattered.
Yes.
So that's something I'd like to see cleaned up. But it is a preseason game, and the refs got to, they're getting used to the speed of the game again and everything too. So nonetheless, that'll back Callaway up again. So it'll be Callaway under center. Demetrius Coleman takes the snap. Play action, and man, well-timed blitz by Starr's Mill, and Demetrius smartly just goes down, but man, that's about a 10, maybe 12-yard loss on the play.
Yeah, number 47 for Starr's Mill, Luke Mullins, he was junior from Starr's Mill. He was all over that play when the ball was snapped.
So Callaway in trouble now with 20 yards to go on second down. So Callaway's going to break the huddle in the shotgun, twins to both sides of the formation. Demetrius in the shotgun. Redding flanking him. Takes a snap. He's looking. He's going to tuck it and run. He's going to pick up about 15, 16 yards close to the first down. We'll call it, 18 yards. So he had about 2 yards shy of that first down. So that's going to set up a very manageable situation.
That was a good run by Demetrius across the middle. Starr's Mill's defensive line putting pressure on the quarterback there again.
Absolutely. So Callaway, third down, we'll call it 2. Trips to the far side of the formation. Demetrius claps his hands, takes the snap. He's looking, pump fake. He's dancing, makes a man miss, and here comes the cavalry. He can't do it all by himself, and he's dropped for a sack. About a 3-yard, 4-yard loss on the play there, and that'll set up a punt situation with Callaway, Chris.
Yeah, Coach Wiggins sending the punting team out on the field. Again, Starr's Mills made some adjustments since the first quarter, and they're getting pressure on Callaway's quarterback.
Yeah, I think on those passing situations, they're definitely doing a good job of setting the edge and getting the extra rusher back there, and especially, too, on the young offensive line like Callaway has. So definitely some stuff to work on. So here's the punt for Callaway. Low line drive kick. It's going to bounce around the 25, and it's going to stop around the 20-yard line. So a good little punt there for Callaway, and that's where Starr's Mill will set up shop. So with that said, we're going to take a quick timeout back to the station. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier Football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Life costs money, sometimes lots. First Franklin Financial has loans for living. Our Hogansville and LaGrange branches offer personal loans from $300 to $15,000 with payment plans to fit any budget. Stop by and meet the friendly Franklin folk at the location near you. Visit onefc.com to learn more. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee number 5656.
Now back to the field for Callaway Cavaliers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
All right, welcome back. Live here at Callaway Stadium. Starr's Mill takes over after the punt at their own 24-yard line. Looks like there's a change of quarterback. Number 9, he's going to take the snap, give it ahead to number 15 for about a 2-yard gain. That's number 9, William Yarbrough, freshman for Starr's Mill, and he handed it off to number 15, Greg Joseph, another freshman. So it looks like we might be getting some young guys in there.
Yeah, I was looking. He's got 2 freshmen on the defensive line and 1 at linebacker. So he's giving some of those young guys a little bit of taste of high school action.
So it looks like for Callaway, R.J. Williams still in the middle linebacker. We got number 52 in the game for Callaway on defensive line, Jacob Miles. Jacob, a good-looking freshman defensive lineman.
At quarterback number 9.
We'll take the snap. We're on an inside trap straight ahead. He's going to pick up around 4 or 5 yards, and he's wrapped up by number 9, Keyshawn Suggs. And they're going to be about, we'll call it a long 2 third and a long 2 right here, Chris.
Yeah, just a little bit short. They pounding the ball like they've been known to do.
So we'll call it a third and a long 1. So call it third and a long 1. So we'll see what the play call is here for Starr's Mill.
Third down and 1.
Here comes the play call. Quarterback in the huddle. Yarbrough letting his troops know what the play is. They break the huddle. You're going to see a wide receiver out onto the far side of the formation. Everybody else in tight in that wing T look. Yarbrough under center. Brings a man in motion. And we may have a delay of game. We'll see what the call is here. So, yeah, delay of game on Starr's Mill. So that's going to set up a 3rd and 6. And, Chris, last night I was at the LaGrange game, and, man, there was about 10 delay of games, and I've heard the play clock's now, instead of 25 seconds, it's 40. So you kind of wonder how in the world you can have a delay of game, with an extra 15 seconds on the play clock.
I'm telling you, 40 seconds, you got time to run, grab a drink of water, and go get back on
That's
the line.
I mean, yeah, we can drive over here to McDonald's and get some dinner and come back. So that's going to be a 3rd down. We'll call it 6 yards to go for Starr's Mill. Yarbrough and his troops break the huddle. Wing T look, wide receiver to the near side. Man in motion, takes the snap, and it's an inside trap. Well-disguised play right there, and that's going to be enough for the Starr's Mill 1st down. Callaway player losing his helmet. That's number 56. Josh Perry, 10th grade defensive lineman. He'll come out for a blow. So will Keyshawn Suggs. So good design trap play right there for Starr's Mill there, Chris.
Yeah, running the ball hard, man. Starr's Mill running backs, when they get to the offensive line, defensive line, they bring in a punch when they come through there.
So 3:25 left in the first half. Callaway on top, 14-7. Yarbrough under center again, wing look, wide receiver to the near side, man in motion. They're going to hand it straight ahead, and Callaway's there. Meets the tailback head-on, number 13, Jonathan Heigl, tackled by a host of Callaway Cavaliers.
They was all over that play. They knew what was coming in. They line up in that formation, and you really don't have nobody to throw the ball to.
No, no, you're kind of dictating. That wing T, they rely a lot on deception, on hiding the ball. A lot of reverses, man in motion right there. So, but if you're not fooling anybody, it's going to be a long night for that tailback. So Yarbrough back in the huddle. Gets the play. It's going to be 2nd and 9. Looks like Starr's Mill's going to take a timeout. So we're going to take a timeout with them. We're going to take a full break back to the station. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier Football on the Eagle Sports Network.
If you need medical treatment at the highest level and want care that's personal, turn to WellStar. We offer the latest procedures at Georgia's first certified comprehensive cardiac center, along with an innovative approach to fighting cancer, where specialists collaborate to accelerate diagnosis and treatment. We're also home to a top-level stroke program that performs life-saving operations every day. At WellStar, we care for the whole you. Learn more at wellstar.org.
It's the Bottom Line sales event, and it's happening now at Nissan of LaGrange. I am Katie Cates, and I am here to tell you that now is the time to shop for a new Nissan. We have incredible incentives, and as if that weren't enough, we are taking it one step further. We are pricing all in-stock new vehicles at dealer price. You heard me right. You pay what we pay. Visit us at nissanoflagrange.com, where we are always open to see for yourself, or come and see us in person on the Parkway. Nissan of LaGrange, your friendliest hometown dealer.
Life costs money, sometimes lots. First Franklin Financial has loans for living. Our Hogansville and LaGrange branches offer personal loans from $300 to $15,000 with payment plans to fit any budget. Stop by and meet the friendly Franklin folk at the location near you. Visit onefc.com to learn more. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee number 5656.
Now back to the field for Callaway Cavaliers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back, everybody. And after the timeout, opening play, Yarbrough takes the snap, rolls out to his right, and throws the ball to the feet of his receiver. I think that was a mixture of pressure, and I don't know if he maybe had the arm strength to get that ball there.
He had him wide open right there on the 50-yard line, or either the sweat made it slip or something. Yeah. He was about a yard short on that one.
And he's just a freshman, so those are definitely things he's got time to work on and stuff like that. You know, arm strength is something that's worked on, in the weight room and everything like that. So I remember when I was a freshman, that football felt like it weighed 100 pounds. So Yarbrough, 3rd and 9 under center. He's going to take the ball, give it straight ahead to the fullback, and he's wrapped up there by R.J. Williams for about a 2-yard gain, Chris. So good job by the veteran linebacker.
Look like Coach Hubbard might have made a couple of adjustments on that timeout. They got the defense swarming on the running back again.
So that's going to set up a 4th and 5. Coach Wiggins wants to take a quick timeout. So we're going to take a 30 spot back to the station with him. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier Football on the Eagle Sports Network.
To beating injuries or ailments, get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics, well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
Now back to the fields for Callaway Cavaliers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back, everybody. Once again, live here at Callaway Stadium, where Callaway leads Starr's Mill 14-7 with about 2:20 left here in the first half. Callaway's defense forcing another 3 and out on Starr's Mill, Chris, and it's going to give Callaway a chance to run that 2-minute offense, see if we can't get some points for the half.
Oh yeah, look like they'll be throwing the ball when they come out and using some of those weapons he's got on outside.
So here's the snap and the kick. It's going to be a high punt, kind of short. Looks like it's going to bounce around the 35 and hit one of their own players, and it's going to bounce back. So Callaway start just inside of their own 40, so about 61 yards to go for a touchdown.
We've got good field position. We can get it down there in 2 minutes and 9 seconds. All it takes is one play.
That's right.
With that offense.
And, Steve, I don't know if you've seen down there on the sideline, Callaway's got some pretty good size and athletes at receiver, so this might be a moment to kind of showcase that.
Yeah, I was noticing that walking around, and I'm a big guy myself. But, yeah, a lot of these players down here are huge. I mean, I definitely wouldn't want to butt heads with them, anything like that.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes me glad I don't play football anymore, that's for sure. So Callaway in the shotgun, twins to both sides of the formation. Tank Bigsby next to Demetrius Coleman. Demetrius claps, takes the snap. Play action to Cartavius. He's going to roll to his right. He's looking. Plants his feet. He's going to throw the ball deep to Jacob Freeman, who goes up and makes a play at the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Callaway. What a play right there, Chris. What a play.
Jacob went up the ladder and pulled that one down.
Man, I tell you what, he did a good job with his body position, because that ball should have been picked.
Yes.
And that's what makes being a quarterback easy right there, is when you have wide receivers like that that'll make plays. Jacob Freeman, 61-yard touchdown reception. That's his second of the day for Callaway.
Defensive back, he could have been in a more perfect spot. He was in a perfect spot to make the interception. Jacob just out-jumped him.
So Callaway lines up for the extra point. Here's the snap, and it's fire drill. Are we going to redo the kick?
I don't know how they do that when they're not rushing.
And the kick is
is
technically good. Okay. So with 1:55 left in the first half, Callaway on top 21-7. We're going to take a timeout back to the station. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier Football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Isn't life crazy? One day your fender gets dented by a runaway shopping cart. The next day, your kid's college entrance exam is a runaway success.
Yes, I got accepted.
But that's life. Some days you're the bug, some days you're the windshield. No worries, your State Farm agent is here in all of life's moments, the good and the not so good, to help life go right. So good day, bad day, any day, let's talk.
State Farm agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Now back to the field for Callaway Cavaliers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
All right, welcome back. And after the 61-yard touchdown by Jacob Freeman from Demetrius Coleman, Callaway's going to line up to kick the ball away. Ball's going to be fielded around the 15. And Starr's Mill set up shop around the 20. And that kickoff, once again, was brought to you by Glenn Smith, Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile. once again, thank you to all of our sponsors too for helping us out, helping the football team, and allowing us to bring these games to you guys on Friday night. So big shout out to those guys. So Chris, on that play action, man, I tell you what, it was Demetrius once again patient, doesn't force it, rolls out, plants his foot first, doesn't throw off his back foot, and he delivers a dart to Jacob.
And Tank had a big block in the backfield on the defensive end coming in behind him. Made a heck of a block on that play.
And those are things that don't show up in the stat sheet right there. So on first down, looks like the starters are back in for Starr's Mill. That still is William Yarborough. He hands the ball off around left end, and he's going to be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. We'll call that a 2nd and 10. So good pursuit by the Callaway defense.
Yeah, I think they were generous on that one because I thought he might have lost a yard or two.
Callaway. No gain. 2nd and 10 from the 30.
So 2nd and 10 from the 30-yard line. Starr's Mill sending the play in. Yarborough back to his troops. They're going to break the huddle. About 1:15 left here in this first half. Yarborough under center. Man in motion. They're going to give it straight ahead to the fullback. Maybe a gain of 1 or 2 right there. And he pops forward for 3 or 4 more yards. He's finally brought down. Golly. I tell you what.
He's running like his first round of the playoffs.
I know. I tell you, good opening half right here for Callaway's offense. 2 touchdown passes, long touchdown passes for Demetrius Coleman, and a long TD run by Tank Bigsby, and I think that's a recipe for success.
Oh, yes. Like we was talking about earlier on when you asked me before the game, what do you think Coach Wiggins was looking forward to this season? He's showing the weapons this game.
That's right. A lot of weapons on the outside. Starr's Mill once again under center in the wing look. They're going to give the ball straight ahead. And he's going to have enough for a first down and about a yard more. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line. That'll stop the clock with 17 seconds left. And, I don't know if this kid's got the arm. And that's no slight on him to throw a Hail Mary here, but maybe try to throw a jailbreak screen and get some blocks. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think with this young quarterback in here, I think they may be just – or the backup quarterback, they may be just satisfied to go in where they are. The clock's running now.
Yep. Well, that'll do it right there for the first half. Callaway on top 21-7. And before we go to the break, Steve, we said they'd go deep. And what'd you think there of Jacob Freeman again scoring another touchdown?
That play was awesome. It was definitely any man's ball up there. And Jacob took it away from him. There was nothing. It was awesome, though.
Yeah, good job of high pointing the ball right there, making a play for your quarterback. But once again, like we said, 21-7, Callaway on top. We're going to take it back to the station for a full timeout. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier Football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Hi, Jonathan Moose Map here from Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile. This is your invitation to our Customer Appreciation Open House and ribbon cutting on Saturday starting at 10 a.m. We want to say thank you to all of our many friends and customers and invite new customers to join the Glenn Smith family.
Online 24/7, 365 at glennsmith.com. That's GLYNN Smith.com.
Getting you back into the game is Emory Southern Orthopedics' goal. The full-service orthopedic medical practice features board-certified surgeons, a prompt care center, surgical facility, and physical therapy services. The collaborative medical team at Emory Southern Orthopedics combines with leading-edge orthopedic treatment with proven traditional methods to aid you in achieving an active, pain-free lifestyle. Emory Southern Orthopedics, getting you back into your game.
Midsize SUV, the 2019 Kia Sorento. We're talking about safety, comfort, technology, and third-row seating. Right now, you can ride away in a brand-new 2019 Kia Sorento L model, only $22,990. Yep, $22,990. You can also check us out online at KeelerGrange.com. Help support your local economy. God bless America.
Cell number 111598. Price plus tax, tag, and title. Offer good through August 31st, 2019. See Kia LaGrange for complete details.
Life costs money, sometimes lots. First Franklin Financial has loans for living. Our Hogansville and LaGrange branches offer personal loans from $300 to $15,000 with payment plans to fit any budget. Stop by and meet the friendly Franklin folk at the location near you. Visit onefc.com to learn more. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee number 5656.
Now back to the field for Callaway Cavaliers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back, everybody. Live here at Callaway Stadium, where Callaway is on top of Starr's Mill, 21-7 at the half. Nice explosive plays from the offense. Demetrius Coleman with 2 TD passes to Jacob Freeman, and Tank Bigsby with an explosive 90-yard run for the Auburn commit. Callaway offensive line looking pretty good at times, and the Callaway defense has really risen to the challenge. Starr's Mill lone touchdown was off of a fumble return for a touchdown, so Callaway's defense technically pitching a shutout tonight. So lots of good things for the Callaway Cavaliers here. A couple of notes before we go to the break. I want to take a minute and thank our sponsors again. Wellstar, West Georgia Medical, Emory Clark, Holder Klink of LaGrange, Glenn Smith Chevrolet, Buick and GMC in Opelika, Nissan of LaGrange, Kia of LaGrange, First Franklin Financial, Matt Orr State Farm, and Synovus Bank. So thank you for your support for the Callaway Cavalier football program. And I also want to remind our listeners, too, that Kia of LaGrange Coaches Show live on Monday nights at Your Pie in downtown LaGrange from 7 to 9 p.m. From 7 p.m. to 7:30, you can listen to LaGrange College. 7:30 to 8 will be the Callaway program. 8 to 8:30 will be Coach Glisson and Troop, and 8:30 to 9 will be Coach Chuck Gibbs and LaGrange High School Grangers. So, once again, Kia of LaGrange Coaches Show Monday nights at Your Pie from 7 to 9 p.m. And with that said, we're going to take another timeout back to the station. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier football on the Eagle Sports Network.
At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At Wellstar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
Now back to the field for Callaway Cavaliers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
All right, welcome back to Callaway Stadium. I'm Andrew Caraway, and my new broadcast partner, Chris Wheelis. He had to step out for a moment, so I'm going to go over a few things with you guys before we go back to break. Once again, Callaway leading 21-7 over Starr's Mill. Starr's Mill 5A program coming out of Region 3 up near Noonan. Callaway's young defense forcing 2 picks in the first half, forced fumble, and a couple of sacks. So really a lot to like for Callaway's defense, led by R.J. Williams, Marcus Mormon, and Jacob Freeman. And the Callaway offensive line doing a pretty good job of building that consistency for the run game. So a lot to like for the Callaway Cavalier offense and defense. And special teams, too. Special teams 3 for 3 on extra points and doing a good job on the kickoff. So for right now, we got the marching band out here for Callaway doing an outstanding job. Callaway's in the locker room making their adjustments for the second half. Come out, we'll probably see a lot of the younger guys getting there and getting some game time. So with that said, we'll take another full timeout back to the station. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Hi friends, TOWD here with Kia LaGrange. This month we are featuring the workhorse, jack of all trades, the midsize SUV, the 2019. We're talking about safety, comfort, technology, and third row seating. Right now you can ride away in a brand new 2019 Kia Sorento L model, only $22,990. Yep, $22,990. You can also check us out online at KiaLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy. God bless America.
Cell number 111598. Price plus tax, tag, and title. Offer good through August 31st, 2019. See Kia LaGrange for complete details.
State Farm, Kathy here.
Hey, it's Mike. My team just pulled off the biggest upset ever.
Nice, Mike.
And some fans are getting crazy. They even flipped over a car.
Whoa.
Turns out it's my car, though.
Oh.
But I don't want to be upset right now. I want to know State Farm's going to take care of this, right?
We got you covered, Mike.
Yes! Woo!
Go with the one that's here to help State.com.
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics, well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
Hi, Jonathan Moose Map here from Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile. This is your invitation to our Customer Appreciation Open House and ribbon cutting on Saturday starting at 10 a.m. We want to say thank you to all of our many friends and customers and invite new customers to join the Glenn Smith family.
Online 24/7, 365 at glennsmith.com. That's GLYNNsmith.com.
Life costs money. Sometimes lots. First Franklin Financial has loans for living. Our Hogansville and LaGrange branches offer personal loans from $300 to $15,000 with payment plans to fit any budget. Stop by and meet the friendly Franklin folk at the location near you. Visit 1ffc.com to learn more. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and new required collateral. Your residential mortgage licensee, number 5656.
Now back to the field for Callaway Cavaliers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back to Callaway Stadium. Halftime, Callaway on top 21-7 over Starr's Mill. I'm your host, Andrew Caraway, joined by my new partner, Chris Wheelis. And Chris, wanted to get your thoughts on your first half of football. First time doing a radio broadcast up here, your first game doing Callaway. So what's your thoughts so far?
I like it. Like I said, it's a little bit different than being, on the sideline down there with all the coaches and players and, in the middle of kind of everything that's going on. But I think I can make the adjustment.
It takes a minute. I tell you what, Callaway Stadium's kind of got a relaxed environment. Being up here, you're kind of shielded from the distractions of the crowd. But when you go on the road sometimes, like when we went to Handley about 3 years ago, they had their press box is right there on the visiting side, and it's just a wood box. There's no insulation, there's no windows, so you're in the heat, you're in the cold, and you're right on top of the fans. And me and Shane would have to shout into our mics for people to hear us, and it was just really cool environment. And then you go to places like when we went to Benedictine, they play at Savannah State. We show up and they've got filet mignons for us and baked potato and mac and cheese, and we're like, man, they're fattening us up for the slaughter. So just different unique places right there. And Callaway Stadium is my favorite because it has air conditioning.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure you're a fan of air conditioning as much as I am, so it's always nice to have that for the broadcast. And also, too, Steve down there, this is your first game, too, I believe, helping us out. Any thoughts from you? I think his mic's off. It's all right, man. You good?
I'm all good now.
Right.
Sorry about that.
It's all good. It's all good, man.
I have to say I've actually enjoyed this down here. Definitely a different aspect of what I've had to do down here with the band and things like that. But I've definitely enjoyed this and look forward to a full season of continuing the fun.
Absolutely. And, I remember my first time doing this, too. My old partner Shane called me up on a Friday. He was like, hey, you want to call a game? Or on a Thursday, you want to call a game on a Friday? And I was like, sure, let's do it. And I got hooked ever since. So it's definitely a fun time. And I'll tell you what, in case you guys didn't join us in the pregame, I want to kind of give Shane a shout-out. He was the play-by-play for Callaway for the last – 3 or 4 years. I was his sidekick, the color analyst. Had a great time working with him. And Shane decided to step down at the end of the season last year. Wanted to spend more time with his family, and shout out to him. He actually coached his son's team to the Dixie Youth World Series championship.
Oh, yeah.
They're World Series champs. So congratulations to Valley. And to Shane for coaching that team. And I'm really excited for him. He's a good friend of mine, good person, and when he stepped down, I was definitely definitely nervous for two reasons. I was losing my partner and now stepping into a role that, play-by-play is a lot different in color. It's a little bit more fast-paced, but like we said in the pregame, I'm making an adjustment, and I'm really happy to have Chris joining me. Chris was my first phone call, so if he had said no, I don't know what I would have done. We don't know what would have happened, but I really am glad you're with us. I figured you'd be perfect. You love Callaway as much as I do, and so we kind of got the unique experience. So, and if you're listening to this broadcast, we're definitely going to be pro Callaway. We're definitely going to be pro Callaway guys. So, so that'll definitely be fun. So, thanks for Chris and for Steve joining us. So, we got about 7 minutes left till the teams come back out. So, we're going to take another full break back to the station. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Event, and it's happening now at Nissan of LaGrange. I am Katie Cates, and I'm here to tell you that now is the time to shop for a new Nissan. We have incredible incentives, and as if that weren't enough, we are taking it one step further. We are pricing all in-stock new vehicles at dealer price. You heard me right. You pay what we pay. Visit us at NissanofLaGrange.com, where we are always open to see for yourself, or come and see us in person on the Parkway. Nissan of LaGrange, your friendliest hometown dealer.
If you need medical treatment at the highest level and want care that's personal, turn to WellStar. We offer the latest procedures at Georgia's first certified comprehensive cardiac center, along with an innovative approach to fighting cancer, where specialists collaborate to accelerate diagnosis and treatment. We're also home to a top-level stroke program that performs life-saving operations every day. At WellStar, we care for the whole you. Learn more at wellstar.org.
Now back to the field for Callaway Cavaliers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining us tonight. Beautiful night for football. The sun's finally set. Got the lights on here at Callaway Stadium, and I tell you what, Chris, I couldn't believe football's already back. I mean, we're gonna have college football next week with some 0-week games. I mean, you wait for it to get here, and then it's here before you know it, and it's gone before you get used to it being here.
I know it, man. I've been looking forward, I guess since the Super Bowl was the last game, this January, February, whenever they played it. And,
Absolutely.
You think these months going down to August and September, it's going to be forever. And then, you get busy with life and stuff like that and kind of not forget about it, but
right.
Just getting your daily activities of going here and there and, just life in general. And then before you know it, you look on social media, 15 days to football, 10 days to football.
It's crazy. And the schedule worked out great this year. Me and my wife are going to make a trip in 2 weeks to Nashville. Georgia is going to be playing Vanderbilt up there. So our tradition, we try to go to one road game to a place we've never been. So, whenever they play at Auburn, that's not really it's in our backyard. I don't really consider that an exciting event, because you're there all the time.
Yeah.
But, last year we went to LSU. That was fun. That was in a fun environment. Went to Florida every year, too, so that's fun. But I've never been to Nashville, so I hear it's a good time. I'm getting a lot of suggestions of where to get good steaks at, where to hear good music.
Yeah.
So definitely looking forward to that trip. And thankfully Callaway's off
that
week, so I can get a couple extra days up there. So, but now, Chris, you roll with the Tide, so we might sneak a little college football in here for a second. What are you looking for this year? They had a couple injuries this week at practice, but overall, I mean, what are you looking for the Tide this year?
Yeah, I was looking forward to, Trey Sanders. He was the number one running back coming out of high school last year and, got hurt in spring practice or summer practice, now practice for the season, whatever they call it, and then, lost one of the starting linebackers, and it just seems like it's par for the course for Alabama every year.
That's right.
To, lose 2 or 3, big guns. Like going into last year, they were 2 starting linebackers down, 2 linemen. It just seems like every year right before the season comes out. And, Georgia, too. Georgia had that one guy leave, another one, got hurt or whatever. I guess that's par for the course for any kind of football. I'm sure high school, I'm sure Coach Wiggins has got some guys hurt getting ready to start the season. But
that's right.
Seems like it just happens to the guys that's supposed to be All-Americans and all that,
Yeah, I know there was some worries in Athens. DeAndre Swift wasn't at practice during the viewing period, but he came back later. So everybody was, because DeAndre Swift's one of the best running backs in the country.
Yes.
And I'll tell you this: if Georgia just beats Alabama one time, I'm gonna be happy. I don't care, if it's just once. I'm just asking for one win, because it's been a brutal, bookend year, national championship, and then the SEC championship.
Yes.
And I tell you what, Georgia's good at ripping my heart out. I tell you what.
Well, they had when Kirby and I tell everybody, I joke with the guys. We hang out with a buddy of mine, watch most college football games, and they got a deck out back and a TV outside, and we watching this, and Kirby this, Kirby that. I said, well, when y'all get tired of him, I said, we'll take him back. You'll send him back.
That's
y'all
right.
send him back. We'll take him back. But I've had the pleasure of meeting. I like Georgia. I love Georgia. That's where my wife went to school at. Took some courses through University of Georgia. Got to meet a lot of people, when Lil Terry Godwin was playing with them. Got to meet Coach Smart through Coach Kerry Woodard. Started going down to Alabama, I guess probably 10, 12 years ago, and got to meet Coach Sabrin, Coach Cochran, late coach. That's one person you need to meet before.
You can hear him before you see him.
Yes, you can hear him before. But got to meet. That's when Coach Napier's brother was there. Got to. Long story short, got to meet all the coaches and talk to them and all that kind of stuff. Become friends with them and. Got to like an Alabama football. But I love to see Georgia do good too, and I'd love to see Kirby win a national championship for Georgia.
Yeah, just one. We don't need 17. I just want one.
Just one.
Just one. What about you, Steve? Who do you roll with?
Actually, I have to go with a totally different team than y'all, but it still is SEC. Is Florida Gators. I am a huge Florida fan.
God, somebody cut his mic off. No.
I'm born and raised in Florida, so of course, I was in South Florida down by Miami and the Hurricanes, but
I'd rather you be a Miami Hurricane fan than a Gator. Golly. Man.
But I'll cheer for any SEC team out there, but there is one team I will never cheer for, and I hope they always, I don't care who they're playing and hope they end up losing, unfortunately, is Alabama.
Oh, man. Yeah, we may have to end this broadcast early now. So, golly, the Florida Gator. Goodness gracious. I actually just got back from Florida myself. I had to do a little business down there. There's Florida State's, Miami, UCF, Florida Gators, everybody. So a lot of fun this year in college football. And Florida's opening up with Miami next week, so that'll be a big-time game for the Gators.
Oh, definitely. Florida's definitely stepping up the game this year.
All right. Well, I hope they lose. So we're going to go to a TV timeout real quick. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier Football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Isn't life crazy? One day, your fender gets dented by a runaway shopping cart. The next day, your kid's college entrance exam is a runaway success.
Yes, I got accepted.
But that's life. Some days you're the bug, some days you're the windshield. No worries, your State Farm agent is here in all of life's moments. The good and the not so good, to help life go right. So good day, bad day, any day, let's talk.
State Farm agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Now back to the field for Callaway Cavaliers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
All right. Welcome back, everybody, to Callaway Stadium, where Callaway is on top 21-7 over Starr's Mill out of Region 3-5A, defending region champions up there up above Noonan and Peachtree City area. We got about 2 minutes, a little over 2 minutes till the teams get back to the sidelines. Both teams out for pregame warm-up. And Steve, I'll let you lead this off. I didn't mean to throw some shade at you right there with the Gators, but I couldn't resist. You kind of teed it up. But what are your impressions of the first half? You've seen Tank, you've seen Demetrius, you've seen Jacob Freeman. What's your thoughts so far?
Yeah, I'm definitely impressed with the way Callaway's playing so far. They're bringing their A game, even for a scrimmage. They've got a few little things to pick up and correct, but otherwise, they are definitely playing a good game today.
Yeah, absolutely. I know Coach Wiggins really takes these scrimmages seriously because it can springboard your whole season.
Oh, yeah.
You know, what you do in these scrimmages is you play how you practice. And I think any coach will tell you that. Coach Saban will tell you that. Coach Bryant, Coach Dooley, Coach Gus Malzahn, Bill Belichick. They're going to say you practice how you play, or play how you practice, excuse me. And it's games like this, you got to treat it like a regular season game. And guess what? If you win this, you're 1-0 going into the year.
That's right.
Right? Because they're keeping score.
Yeah.
They may not go on your record, but they are keeping score, and you play to win. So that's one thing that I really like about Coach Wiggins is he makes sure that his guys take that mantra that he has too of preparing, getting ready for your opponent, not taking anybody lightly. Some things I was going to ask you about, Chris, on the pregame. Pregame kind of got away from us. There was so much to talk about. So Callaway's schedule this year, we'll talk the non-region. You starting out with 2 away games, Opelika on the road. You're coming back to Callaway Stadium to play LaGrange. You're still the away team. You're going to be sitting on the other side. It's going to be different locker room, stuff like that. So, then you come back to the Callaway Stadium playing Cross Keys. I don't hate to overwrite somebody, but that's, I think that's to be a pretty solid victory right there. And then you come back and play Troop the next week. So there's really not a break.
Yeah, that's true, man. It's starting out, with there again, what's that, 4 or 5 in a row that schools are bigger than, Callaway that's in a bigger region or different region than we are. And like I said, it like we said, I think it was the first quarter of pregame, it gets playing against these, I'm not going to say bigger kids because we got some good-sized kids on our.
Just more depth.
More depth, yeah. I mean, you take a, 6'1", 300-pound guard out, and then you bring in another 6'1", 300-pound guard to replace them.
Yeah.
That's, most of your 2A schools and 3A schools don't have that pleasure of doing that.
No, they don't.
I think it's huge, and I think that's why Coach Wiggins schedules these bigger schools like that is to get them. Not saying you play the bigger schools, your region's going to be easy. I'm not saying that by any means because we got some stiff competition, in our region. But just getting them, just playing them against bigger kids and kids that are more depth and getting them adapted to playing the big kids the whole game and a lot of speed in these big schools too. So I think that's the reason why Coach Wiggins schedules them.
Absolutely, I agree 100%. A lot of big games on the horizon for Callaway for sure. So both teams are back on the sidelines. They're getting ready for the kickoff. We're going to take a quick 30 spot back to the station, and when we come back, we'll have the second half of the Callaway Stars Mill game. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier Football on the Eagle Sports Network.
It's the Bottom Line sales event, and it's happening now at Nissan of LaGrange. I am Katie Cates, and I am here to tell you that now is the time to shop for a new Nissan. We have incredible incentives, and as if that weren't enough, we are taking it one step further. We are pricing all in-stock new vehicles at dealer price. You heard me right. You pay what we pay. Visit us at NissanofLaGrange.com, where we are always open to see for yourself, or come and see us in person on the Parkway. Nissan of LaGrange, your friendliest hometown dealer.
Now back to the field for Callaway Cavaliers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back in live here at Callaway Stadium. Stars Mill lines to kick the ball off. They kick it deep, and Callaway will set up shop at the 30-yard line. That kickoff was brought to you by, Glenn Smith, Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, and Opelika. Get ready to smile. So Callaway sets up shop at their own 30, I formation. Here's the snap. Ball given straight ahead, and we'll plunge forward from maybe a yard, maybe 2 there, Chris, coming out of the half. It just looks like we're going to try to pound the rock.
Yeah, they got the, looks like Taylor Smith, the junior backup quarterback, in for Callaway. So this is like we were talking about at halftime. This is when you're going to get to see pretty much everybody on the sidelines in the game.
Yep, and this is where the binoculars need to come out.
Yeah. So
because I don't know these guys' mannerisms or body language yet. So Callaway, I formation under center. We're going to do a toss sweep. We fumble it. We pick it up. We reverse the field. He's trying to get to the edge, and he's brought down. That's going to be about a 6-yard loss right there by number 21, Quindarius Redding. And like you said, junior Taylor Smith in at quarterback for Callaway. Didn't see him last year much, in the games. But so far, when you got the younger guys in there, they're going to be nervous. Going to have nerves flying, so it's their first varsity action of the year.
Yeah, and you know, when you start putting these younger kids in like that, some of them may be fighting for a backup spot too. You may be 2 or 3 people deep at one position. They may be fighting for a backup spot.
So Smith under center. He's going to roll out, play action. He's going to tuck the ball and run. And he's going to fight his way up for about 6-7 yards. Be short of a first down by 8, but nice solid pickup there by Callaway.
That was an impressive run right there. Didn't have kind of pressure off the get-go. Starr's Mill moved in and pretty much pushed the offensive line back to flush him out of the pocket, but a good hard run by the junior quarterback.
I tell you what, number 79 for Starr's Mill, that nose tackle, number Dalton Koth. Man, he looked like a man amongst boys out there, that defensive tackle. So, all right, well, Callaway facing a 4th and 7 is going to line up to punt. Here's the snap. The kick. It's going to be a high punt. It's going to drop and bounce around the 20, go out of bounds near we'll call it the 15, 16-yard line. So good punt there by Callaway. I believe that was number 29, Blake Eubanks. Once again for Callaway, nice showing off the leg right there.
Got a good bounce, got a good roll too. He's coming on, taking over the punting duties and kicking duties this year. So like we said a while ago, he's got some big shoes to fill.
Big shoes to fill, and he's done a good job kicking off extra points and punting. We haven't seen a field goal situation yet, but if so far 75% of that special teams seems to be clicking on all cylinders.
Looking good. Special teams really looking good.
So Callaway on defense here. A lot of young pups in there. Looks like we got too many men in the huddle. All right. He's going to run off. So Yarbrough under center. He's going to take the snap. He's going to give it. There's a ball's out, and Callaway falls on it. There's an mix-up on the exchange between Yarbrough and his tailback, and Callaway recovers the fumble inside of Starr's Mill territory. That's 4 turnovers tonight for the Callaway defense.
Yes, looking good. I hope we can keep that up all year, be on the plus side of the turnovers when the fourth quarter ends.
Absolutely, and those are things you like to see. And this is right here, mono football right here. This is young guys versus young guys, so it's good to see your second string, third string guys making plays out there and fighting for jobs, because one thing Coach Wiggins does a good job of, Chris, and you've seen this over the years, is when games are in hand or in situations like that, he gets these young guys experience, because that's invaluable when you make a playoff run.
It is.
So once again, junior quarterback Taylor Smith under center, wide receivers to both sides. He's going to take the snap, play action. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to plant his foot. He's going to fire that ball downfield. He's got a man open who catches the ball for the touchdown. Number 28, Carmarlo Burton, freshman for the Callaway Cavaliers. And what a ball right there by the junior quarterback, Taylor Smith. 38-yard touchdown on the play action, Chris. What a ball.
Kid looked good throwing it, and I'm telling you, the receiver had him beat by about 7 or 8 yards,
Yeah, good route right there by the running back, and he got right behind the defense, and Taylor put it right on the money. So great pass right there by Callaway, and that's 3 passing touchdowns in the game. That's a little against the mantra that Callaway has right there.
Not exactly our blueprint.
No, it's so absolutely good stuff. So here's the extra point. It's up.
He hooked it in there,
and it's good. So with 9:34 left here in the third quarter, Callaway on top 28-7. With that said, we're going to catch a timeout back to the station. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Hi, Jonathan Moose Map here from Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile. This is your invitation to our Customer Appreciation Open House and ribbon cutting on Saturday starting at 10 a.m. We want to say thank you to all of our many friends and customers and invite new customers to join the Glenn Smith family.
Online 24/7, 365 at glennsmith.com. That's GLYNN Smith.com.
Now back to the field for Callaway Cavaliers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Live here at Callaway Stadium, where Taylor Smith for Callaway just hit Carmelo Burton for the 38-yard touchdown for the Cavaliers. So Callaway on top 28-7. Callaway lined up to kick, and your kickoff once again is brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick and GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile. So Callaway lining up to kick the football away. Eubanks. He's going to put foot to leather at the 40. That ball sailing. Good kick. He fielded around this 8-yard line, and Starr's Mill set up shop at the 20. So during the change of possession, we'll take a quick timeout back to the station. Little 30 spot. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Getting you back into the game is Emory Southern Orthopedics Gold. The full-service orthopedic medical practice features board-certified surgeons, a prompt care center, surgical facility, and physical therapy services. The collaborative medical team at Emory Southern Orthopedics combines with leading-edge orthopedic treatment with proven traditional methods to aid you in achieving an active, pain-free lifestyle. Emory Southern Orthopedics, getting you back into your game.
Now back to the field for Callaway Cavaliers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
All right, welcome back, everybody. And on the first carry, Starr's Mill, looks like they're going to get back to the original line of scrimmage right there, and another negative or no gain play right there for the Callaway defense.
They were in there. Defensive line, I'm telling you, he's got, like we said, he's got the small guys in there now, but I'm telling you, they must have shot through the gaps because them some still big old fellas on Starr's Mill's line.
Absolutely. So Starr's Mill's going to break the huddle. Yarbrough's going to come to the line of scrimmage. Wide receiver to the far side, man in motion. They're going to give them to the running back on the jet sweep. He's going to get to the 40, maybe get to the 31-yard line, and he's going to maybe pick up a yard there, Chris. And good sideline discipline and good pursuit by Callaway.
Yes, and you look out there, every red shirt except for one was over there on the tackle.
And that's what you want to see right there by this young Callaway defense. I get the binoculars out and try to get some names right here. So looks like number 23 and 25 are in for Callaway. That's Cameron Smith and Sam Williams. A lot of guys out here. Yarbrough back under center, wide receiver to the near side. He's going to take the snap. He's looking to pass. He throws the ball up. There's a jump ball, and it's a good defensive play right there by 32, Jarvis Parks. There was a huge height mismatch right there, too, Chris.
The receiver looked like he had a foot and a half on him. He was taller. Good play by the little DB for Callaway.
It looked like he was going against Randy Moss right there. Had the 81 and everything, and good defense. He timed it well, too. And where he had the height, he did a good job of ripping it out of his hands on the way down.
Great play. Great play by the DB right there.
So that's going to set up a 4th down. Starr's Mill back to punt. Here's the kick. It's going to be a high kick. They're going to probably let this one go. Man, that bounced way back. Man, so I think that punt went 13 yards.
About 13, 14 yards,
So Callaway's going to have favorable field position again at the Starr's Mill 43-yard line. And, Chris, I mean, do you think they come out firing here? Maybe they try to run the ball a little bit.
Them little fellas, they trying to show Coach Wiggins they ready for some playing time when it comes game time in the region.
Man. So Callaway coming back. So they're gonna move that back a little bit. So Callaway's gonna set up shop. Looks like at their 35. We're gonna give it straight away to Redding. He's gonna fight his way for about 2 yards on the play. Taylor Smith still in at quarterback. Going back to get the play call from Coach Matt Napier on the sideline, offensive coordinator. Okay, this goes back to the huddle. Yeah, we got 24 in the game for Callaway. Andrew Locke. He used to coach him in baseball. Great kid. So Andrew splitting out wide to the near side. Wide receiver. Smith under center. I formation. We're going to take the snap. We're going to give it straight ahead to Redding. He's going to bounce off right side. He's going to make a man miss. Break another tackle. He's going to get to the 50, to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, 5. Touchdown, Callaway. So 7:07 left in the third quarter. Callaway on top, 34-7. What a run by Redding.
Hey, that was impressive. Little fella got outside, and, I mean, when he turned the Jets on, he was gone.
Man, and he did a good job of bouncing that ball to the outside. And do we have a flag on the play here?
Yeah, there they come. Bring it back.
Man, I tell you what, that's unfortunate.
How many
there
is
for
that,
Redding.
2
That's
or 3?
That's 3.
Three?
That's 3 right there.
Called back.
Called back, so definitely something you want to clean up. I will say this, as much as I have gotten onto the refs in the past, they've done a pretty good job tonight of, they're here, they're there, but they're not, dictating the pace of the game. So good job by the officials tonight, and that's definitely something Coach Wiggins will go back, watch some tape right there. I didn't see where the hold happened. I was a little bit ahead of the play.
I think it was another one of those where it was about 10, 15 yards behind the play again.
And you hate to see that. You definitely don't want flags thrown in impact scoring plays for sure. So Smith under center. Play action. He's going to roll to his right. He's going to take off and run. And he gets to the 50. Look at here. And he picks up the first down to the Starr's Mill 40-yard line. We ran a waggle, it looked like, to the right side. Play action. Nobody open downfield. And Smith did a good job of just taking off upfield.
About a 25-yard gain by the junior quarterback for Callaway. Looking good out there.
Yeah, looking good. You got options behind Demetrius. And you got Jacob, but if you got a kid like this, you can keep Jacob on the outside.
And as you can see, the defensive line for Starr's Mill, there's still some
big boys out there.
270, 280 guys out there. So it's
Callaway toss sweep to the right side, and we almost fumble it. 37. He's down to the 30. He's breaking tackles to the 20. He's still going to the 10. Breaks another tackle down to the 9-yard line. Heck of a run by Marion Truitt, the freshman running back.
And I'm telling you, I am super impressed by the way these young kids are running. I mean, it's taking, if on the radio, I know you can't
see it.
Put what I'm talking about, but I mean, there's some big kids on the defensive line and defensive backs for Starr's Mill, and these little young fellas are having their way with them for Callaway.
And hats off to Coach Kerry Woodard at the middle school, doing a heck of a job coaching these guys up and getting them ready to play for Pete. So Smith under center. We're going to give the ball straight ahead. We're going to plow our way down to the 4, maybe the 5-yard line, and that's Marion Truitt again on the carry. We're going to be inside the 5. That's going to set up a 2nd and goal at the 4. So we'll see if we can't punch this in right here. We got it called back, but we're driving the ball down, and it's good to see that a negative play didn't self-destruct the drive. You see that happen a lot.
Didn't knock the wind out of the sails and get them all down,
I was told here, Kevin Eckelberry just told me that in the first half of the Troop game down in Northside, Kobe Hudson had 4 TD passes and a TD run in the first half. So Callaway gives the ball off to Redding. He gets around in, and he's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Callaway.
He got his touchdown back.
He got his touchdown back, yes, sir. So with 4:46 left in the third quarter, Callaway on top 34-7 pending the extra point. And, man, you knew the offense was going to be a strength, but there were so many question marks. The offensive line, defense, losing so many guys, and they've done a really good job of coming in here and really taking it to a highly ranked Starr's Mill team who won their region last year.
Yeah, looking good out there. I'm real impressed by the starting offensive line in the first, or the backup offensive line's been impressive too, but in the first half, the worrying about replacing Pritchett and KJ and all those guys, and I'm telling you, those new linemen we put out there tonight for against Starr's Mill, they were ready to play.
Absolutely, and it looks like the extra point.
He hooked it to the
left.
left.
He hooked it to the left, yeah. So he misses the extra point. But with that said, Callaway on top, 34-7. We're going to take a timeout back to the station. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier football on the Eagle Sports Network.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
Now back to the field for Callaway Cavaliers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
All right, welcome back. And after the Callaway touchdown by Quindarius Redding, the 4-yard touchdown run, Callaway on top 34-7. Callaway lined up to kick off the ball, and that's once again brought to you by Glenn Smith, Chevrolet Buick, and GMC in Opelika. Callaway, good deep kickoff. And I tell you, Eubanks has done an excellent job of kicking off tonight, Chris.
He has. That's what I was just sitting here thinking about. His legs probably getting tired by now from all the kickoffs, but looks like he's doing a real good job. Hope he keeps it up, throughout the season.
Yeah, absolutely. So it looks like Starr Smith's going to set up shop at their own 30-yard line. We've got Yarborough back in at quarterback. He's going to take the snap from him. He's going to give it straight ahead to number 21. He's going to plow his way up for maybe 1, maybe 2 yards. And number 21 is Joseph Curry, a sophomore.
Great pursuit again by the young guys that's in there playing on Callaway's defense.
And Steve, what did you think of that physical touchdown drive by the young guys?
Oh, they definitely can. Hey, they've got something to prove tonight. These young guys, looks like they're trying to make a name for themselves to get into this offense. And I have to admit, that little man, he definitely put his head down and took it to him.
I'll tell you what, Charlie Dixon's going to have to look over his shoulder. He's got some young pups nipping at his heels right now. So once again, Yarborough under center, wing T look, man in motion. They're going to give it straight ahead to the fullback. And he is met by a host of Cavaliers stoned at the line of scrimmage there, Chris.
Yep. Bringing up, looked like he might have lost. Well, I think they're giving him the line back, but lost 3 or 4 yards on it. And, I know I've said it all night, but they pursuing the ball.
Now, see, I can see great with my glasses on. I need laser surgery and make it all better, but, man, their offense, they don't spread it out much, so I got to get the binoculars out to see who's making plays. When Callaway's on offense, my glasses are fine, but all right. Looks like Yarborough's going to be under center. Wing look, man in motion, play action. He's going to roll to his right. He's under pressure, and he's going to be brought down by a host of Callaway Cavaliers for a sack on the play. That'll bring up a 4th down.
Looked like that was a designed run by the quarterback, and the whole left side of the Callaway defensive line and the linebacker on that side looked like they were in the huddle when they called the play.
Absolutely. Good pursuit by the Cavaliers right there. Host of them right there. Too many to name. I'll leave someone out, as Coach Wiggins likes to say. There's a host of young pups out here. So looks like we're back to punt. Number 22 for the Cavaliers, Carlos Billingsley, back to receive the punt. Here's the kick. High kick. We're going to let that one bounce, and it's going to go out of bounds around the 33-yard line. So that's where Callaway set up shop. So with that said, we're going to take a quick timeout back to the station. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier Football on the Eagle Sports Network.
At WellStar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At WellStar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
Now back to the field for Callaway Cavaliers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
All right, welcome back, everybody. And first play out, Taylor Smith gives the toss sweep to Redding, and he's going to take that ball 67 yards on the toss sweep for touchdown Cavaliers. Wow. I mean, that kid looked like Boobie Miles from Friday Night Lights.
The other guy, and the other running back in the backfield, he was probably 5'5", 5'6". He took on 2 of the defensive linemen from Starr's Mill.
And this is the young Cavs right here going up against the Starr's Mill defense with a lot of size, like you said. There's some big boys out there, and we've done a good job of getting to the edge. So here's the extra point. Snap, hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 2:16 left in the third quarter, Callaway on top 41-7 on the 63-yard run by Quindarius Redding, who's having himself a night. He said, "You're going to call a hold on my last one. I'm going to get me another one."
Hey, Redding went over there, looked like he told Tank, said, "If you can do it, I can too." So
That's right.
He's going to end up with Tank Bigsby yards tonight.
That's right. That's right. So that said, we're going to wait for the kickoff. We'll take a quick timeout back to the station. Listening to Callaway Cavalier Football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Life costs money, sometimes lots. First Franklin Financial has loans for living. Our Hogansville and LaGrange branches offer personal loans from $300 to $15,000 with payment plans to fit any budget. Stop by and meet the friendly Franklin folk at the location near you. Visit onefc.com to learn more. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee, number 5656.
Now back to the field for Callaway Cavaliers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Live here at Callaway Stadium. Callaway kicking the ball off to Starr's Mill. Once again, all of our kickoffs brought to you by Glenn Smith, Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC in Opelika. Thank you, Glenn Smith. So, with that said, Starr's Mill is going to set up shop at the 30-yard line. Breaks the huddle. Yarbrough under center. Here's a snap. He's going to give it straight ahead to the tailback. He plunges forward for 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 yards on the play, maybe 5 there. Good physical run there by Starr's Mill, and they haven't had a lot of tough. They've been having some tough sledding tonight.
Yeah, that's been that's whether the starters were in there or the backups. That's been the defensive line has pretty much held the front right there and been, if they've not been in the backfield all night, they've been right there on the ball where the ball was snapped at.
Yeah, outstanding day so far for this Callaway defense. Starr's Mill under center. They're going to give it straight ahead to the fullback. And he's going to plunge forward. He looks like he got a first down. Good physical run right there. Those quick hitters to the fullback, something Callaway used to do when they ran the veer.
Right.
It's kind of hard to defend right there.
It is. And, a lot of people, in the stands are probably wondering, why isn't Starr's Mill throwing the ball or changing the offense and all that kind of stuff. You got to remember it's a scrimmage game. They're still trying to iron out some of their plays that they might have added, or some players in there that's still learning the play. So it's still a learning process for both sides with the young folks in there.
Absolutely. It looks like Starr's Mill has made a quarterback change. Now Colin Batrick is in the game. He takes a snap. He gives it straight ahead to the fullback. The ball's out. There's a fumble, and I think Callaway's on it. We'll see what the call is. And that's a Callaway football on the recovery. 5 turnovers.
5 turnovers.
And those are, Callaway's bringing pressure, forcing the offense in a tough situation. And, man, Coach Hubbard's got to like what he sees.
I didn't get the number, but the defensive tackle on the right side was right there as the ball hit the running back. He could have if he'd have turned left, he could have took the pitch and went in.
I think that was Kyrie Deary, number 44.
Yeah.
Sophomore defensive lineman, I believe, was on the fumble recovery for the Cavaliers. So Callaway, once again, favorable field position. Callaway changing quarterbacks. Number 17, Javion Parks is in the game. Another Parks. He takes a snap, gives it straight ahead to number 28, who breaks a few tackles, and he's going to pick up around a really tough yard, maybe 2 yards. Number 28, Carmelo Burton, who had the touchdown reception earlier from quarterback Taylor Smith. So we're going to pick up a 2nd and 9. And I tell you what, I feel like there's always a Parks, Bray, or Hurd that plays at Callaway. So it's good to see another Parks in there for Callaway. So, and with that whistle, that's the end of the third quarter. Callaway on top, 41-7 over Starr's Mill. So we're going to take a full timeout back to the station. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier football on the Eagle Sports Network.
State Farm, Kathy here.
Hey, it's Mike. My team just pulled off the biggest upset ever.
Nice, Mike.
And some fans are getting crazy. They even flipped over a car.
Whoa.
Turns out it's my car, though.
Oh.
But I don't want to be upset right now. I want to know State Farm's going to take care of this, right?
We got you covered, Mike.
Yes! Woo!
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Hi, friends. TLWD here with Kia LaGrange. This month we are featuring the workhorse, jack of all trades, the midsize SUV, the 2019 Kia Sorento. We're talking about safety, comfort, technology, and third-row seating. Right now, you can ride away in a brand-new 2019 Kia Sorento L model, only $22,990. Yep, $22,990. You can also check us out online at KiaLaGrange.com. Help support your local economy. God bless America.
Cell number 111598. Price plus tax, tag, and title. Offer good through August 31st, 2019. See Kia LaGrange for complete details.
If you need medical treatment at the highest level and want care that's personal, turn to WellStar. We offer the latest procedures at Georgia's first certified comprehensive cardiac center, along with an innovative approach to fighting cancer, where specialists collaborate to accelerate diagnosis and treatment. We're also home to a top-level stroke program that performs life-saving operations every day. At Wellstar, we care for the whole you. Learn more at wellstar.org.
Now back to the field for Callaway Cavaliers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Out of the change of quarters and moving sides of the field, Callaway runs up the middle for no gain on the play. So that's going to set up a third down and a long 10 yards right here. Inside of Starr's Mill territory at the 42. Parks takes the snap. He runs it on the bootleg. He makes a man miss. He's down to the 30. Makes another man miss down the 25, 24-yard line, and that might be close to a first down.
He got the yardage, I think.
Yeah, I think he got the yardage. And just like the Parks before him, showing a little athleticism at the quarterback position. So first down yardage by Parks. Nice run right there by Javion Parks. Parks, I formation, split wide receivers. He's letting the clock bleed a little bit. He's going to take the snap. He's going to give it straight ahead to the fullback. That's number 35 for the Cavaliers, Alan Schumann. Schumann, a 9th grade fullback for the Cavaliers. Looks like he picked up 2 yards.
Schumann he played running back and linebacker last year for Coach Wiggins. For Coach Woodard.
Okay.
And he was almost unstoppable. They looking for big things out of him. Kind of undersized, but he's hard-nosed player.
Absolutely. Yeah, good physical run right there. And he'll only get bigger as he gets into the weight program and everything. So Parks breaks the huddle again, I formation, split wide receivers again. He checks to make sure everybody's set. Under center. Takes the snap, gives it straight ahead again to Schumann, who picks up 3, maybe 4 more yards right there to set up a third and manageable, Chris.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be about third and, 4 or 5 maybe?
Yeah,
5.
third and a long 4, we'll call it. So number 22 and 23 entering the game for the Cavaliers are Carlos Billingsley and Cameron Smith. They'll replace 38 Nick Smith and 41 Colin Messersley. Sorry. So Callaway breaks the huddle. It's a big left tackle we got over there, Chris. Number 77, Carson Woods.
I was looking at that. That's Coach Wood's son.
Okay.
Coach Wood's been with Callaway 30 years. He's gone.
Callaway takes the handoff. Another touchdown. He reached the ball across. He got it.
Touchdown.
He got it. Number 42 for the Cavaliers on the quick handoff, Dre Jennings. And there's another flag. Man, that is 3 touchdowns called back now?
I think that's the 4th one.
Oh,
3 or 4.
Yeah, you hate to see that. But nonetheless, good effort, stretching the ball out, getting it across the plane by number 42, Dre Jennings, the sophomore running back for the Cavaliers. So with the flag, that's going to set them up inside the 30 at the 27-yard line of Starr's Mill. Starr's Mill still got some decent size out there. Look at that number 68.
I know, man.
Carson Andrews, sophomore.
They got some depth.
Yeah. Some big old boys out there. They got their hands on their hips. That's what you like to see as an offense. It means you're wearing them out.
They got tired.
And I don't know if a running clock applies to a scrimmage. I want to say it possibly does. And Coach Woods up here in the press box with us, watching his son ball out for the Cavaliers. Parks under center, I formation. He's going to give the ball straight ahead. Number 42, he's down to the 25, to the 20, down to the 15, down to the 10, breaks another tackle to the 5, and he gets knocked out at the 1-yard line. And I tell you what, the young tailbacks are really good at getting that penalty yardage back tonight. 42, Dre Jennings. What's your thoughts on this Jennings kid and even Redding so far, Chris?
I'm telling you, they with Tank and then Charlie, he'll be back for after concussion protocol. We talked to him before the game. He'll be back for Opelika. That's probably going to be Tank's backup. But I'm telling you, these other two, they have got don't have much size, but they really got speed.
Yeah, and they got a lot of heart. Good job of breaking tackles, and it kind of reminds you of Quay Hines, just a low center of gravity, hard to wrap those kids up. So it looks like Parks getting the play call from Coach Offensive Coordinator Matt Napier down there on the sideline with Coach Wiggins and Coach Boatman. Also want to give a shout-out to the newest addition to the Callaway staff, Coach Diallo Burks, coming over to fill in at wide receivers with the departure of Coach Kareem Done. Yeah. So Parks breaks the huddle, I formation. We're going to have a delay of game. See, we had this issue last night at that LaGrange scrimmage, and I don't know if it's an adjustment by the officiating crew and the coaches, but I just find it hard to believe you could have a delay of game with a 40-second time.
I've thought about that when he called the delay on Starr's Mill in the first half. I was like, man, 40 seconds. I mean, you can get a lot of stuff done in 40 seconds.
I know. So once again, Parks breaks the huddle, I formation again. Bad snap. He's just going to fight his way forward. He picks up the bad snap and fights his way forward for maybe 2 yards. He's going to be setting up a second down, and we'll call it second and goal from the 4. Number 28 in the backfield for Callaway, Carmelo Burton. He's had a good night, too.
You know, the young guys wanting to punch it in right here so they can go over there and tell the starters that's how it's done.
That's right. And, Steve, are you getting any type of explanation back there on that 40-second clock, or the officiating crews talking to the coaching staff about it?
They're not saying too much about that 40-second clock, but, yeah, it's definitely something that's plagued a lot of the teams, apparently. It was a big issue last night, and apparently it's an issue tonight. I guess it's just adjusting to something like that, but nothing's been said so far.
Well, Parks gives the quick handoff to number 35. Schumann, kind of a messy exchange there. Kind of couldn't get any momentum forward. So that's going to set up a third down and third and goal from the 5. So they lost a yard. So maybe get Parks on the edge right here. Give him the option to pass it or run it in right here. See what Coach Napier dials up.
Yeah, I'd love to see him throw the ball one time.
Can't get too crazy with the young guys. You know, they got a limited knowledge of the playbook, but we'll see what happens. All right, I formation. Andrew Locke splits out wide for the Cavaliers. Number 26 down below. Parks takes the snap. He's going to get straight ahead to 28. Carmelo, he punches it into the end zone. Touchdown, Callaway. So very physical run by Carmelo Burton. And I tell you what, Chris, I mean, these young guys have just come out and put on a show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Here in this second half.
They showing Coach Wiggins and Coach Napier, they want some playing time when it comes, regular season.
Absolutely.
Good job by the offensive line. Those young guys on the line, they opened some holes up on that drive, too, for the young running backs.
Here's a snap, the hold, the kick, and the kick is good. So with 4:49 left in the ball game, Callaway on top 48-7. We're going to take a timeout back to the station. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier Football on the Eagle Sports Network.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
Now back to the field for Callaway Cavaliers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Welcome back, everybody. Live here at Callaway Stadium. Callaway on top 48-7 over Starr's Mill. Eubanks back to kick. And once again, all of our kickoffs brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick and GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile. Callaway lining up to kick. Eubanks kicks it. Line drive kick. It'll be fielded around the 9-yard line, and that'll be blown dead. It'll be 1st and 10 Starr's Mill. So, Chris, what's your thoughts on that last drive?
I was really impressed by the hard-nosed running of the 9th and 10th grade running backs he's got in there, and also the young linemen. 9th and 10th graders there too, and look like we might have some depth that we wasn't expecting to have.
Yeah. We maybe that's what we get for having a little bit of doubt there before the game.
There you go.
So I've been very impressed by these young Cavaliers. All right, Starr's Mill breaks the huddle. Wing formation, wide receiver to the near side. We're going to have a false start. Wide receiver wasn't set yet. That's just being young right there. You got to be set. Can't move around like that. So that'll back up the Panther offense 5 yards. And we were talking about flags earlier. It's been a pretty clean game.
It has.
Yeah.
I've been really impressed by, and I think the officials take into consideration also. Hey, there's people still learning where to line up.
That's right.
Especially in the second half with the youngsters out there playing, so they may be giving them a little twitch or movement, letting it go or something like that. They know they're still learning.
Well, it looks like Callaway's flagged for being in the neutral zone, so maybe that's why the wide receiver jumped. So that's 1st and 5 for the Panther offense. Here's the snap under center, and he gives it on the reverse. About a 2-yard pickup will be set up a 2nd and 3 for the Panther offense.
I don't know where they get these kids over at Starr's Mill, Peachtree City, and Fayetteville, but I'm telling you, they got some big kids over there.
Absolutely.
Good-sized kids.
And it's been nice to see Callaway come out and dominate, a team returning 17 starters, won their region championship in 5A last year. So good to see for Callaway. So Callaway might have a guy in neutral. Oh, there we go. Backed up. So 2nd and 3. Here's the snap. Straight giveaway to the fullback, and he's going to have enough for the first down and a little more. He's going to be up to about the 42-yard line, 1st and 10 for Starr's Mill.
He carried the whole pile with him that time, kept his legs churning.
We've seen some physical running for both teams tonight, that's for sure. And I tell you, I was impressed, too, today with Demetrius Coleman. Really, I think he had a kind of a tough night in that spring game against Charles Henderson down at Troy. We called the game down at Troy University this spring. Threw a couple picks. I think he's really matured a lot over the summer. All right, so we got a minute 50 left. Starr's Mill in the wing formation. Under center is Colin Bartek. He's going to take the snap. He's going to give it around left end. He's got a big opening. He's to the 50. He's to the 40. 35, tackled around the 33-yard line. Touchdown saving tackle right there. And I believe that was number 32 for the Cavaliers, Jarvis Parks. Another Parks.
He run him down. He had the angle on him.
Yeah, good job. Good pursuit there. And there may be only a minute and a half left, but, Coach Wiggins and Coach Hubbard definitely want to see this defense finish this out right. Don't give up a score late. So here comes Colin Bartek. Starr's Mill breaks the huddle. Rotating the tight end to the other side of the formation. Here's the snap. He gives it straight ahead to the fullback, and a good strong run of about 6 yards for Starr's Mill down to the Callaway 29-yard line with 51 seconds left.
I tell you, I can see how this offense, once they get into regular season and, their starters are in there the whole game, I can see where that offense at Starr's Mill runs. It'll wear a defense down.
Oh, absolutely. And, I mean, like we said in the pregame, they're averaging 311 yards, per game on the ground. So definitely a team to look out for in 5A. So Starr's Mill under center. Here's the snap. He drops back. He's going to try to throw it, and Callaway sacks him back at the 35-yard line. Trying to get a number there for Callaway, who sacked him and didn't catch him there.
88.
88 for the Cavaliers. Hatavius Leslie. And we had a Leslie that played once for the Cavaliers. Went on to play wide receiver at LSU. Q Leslie played with my brother.
He was a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. I used to love the little Demetrius Hurd to play action, deep ball. Yes. And that's going to be the last play of the game. And your final score from Callaway Stadium, Callaway on top 48-7 over 5A Starr's Mill. Great start to the season for the Cavaliers. And while the teams shake hands, we're going to take a full timeout back to the station, and we'll come back for the postgame Callaway Cavalier postgame show. You're listening to Callaway Football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Life costs money, sometimes lots. First Franklin Financial has loans for living. Our Hogansville and LaGrange branches offer personal loans from $300 to $15,000 with payment plans to fit any budget. Stop by and meet the friendly Franklin folk at the location near you. Visit onefc.com to learn more. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee number 5656.
Isn't life crazy? One day your fender gets dented by a runaway shopping cart. The next day, your kid's college entrance exam is a runaway success.
Yes, I got accepted.
But that's life. Some days you're the bug, some days you're the windshield. No worries, your State Farm agent is here in all of life's moments, the good and the not so good, to help life go right. So good day, bad day, any day, let's talk.
State Farm agent Matt Grange.
At WellStar West Georgia Medical Center, we believe teamwork makes all the difference in your health. We believe that skilled people can achieve higher standards and exceptional results. We believe in a game plan that's focused on patient safety and quality care. At WellStar West Georgia Medical Center in LaGrange, we believe in life well lived. To learn more about award-winning healthcare, visit wellstar.org/WGMC.
Now back to the field for Callaway Cavaliers football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Welcome back live here at Callaway Stadium, where Callaway has defeated 5A Starr's Mill 48-7. And Chris, for your first broadcast, Pete and the Cavs put on a show.
Yes. It's like I said, different perspective up here, but I tell you what, I enjoyed it. Looking forward to next Thursday at Opelika.
Yeah, that's going to be a big atmosphere. I've never been in their stadium. I work near it. I heard it's a really raucous atmosphere out there, and I'm really excited to see what they got in store. They're going to be hungry.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they came in here very confident last year, brought a big fan base up from the Opelika area, and watched Cartavius Bigsby run all over their football team. So they're definitely going to, have that one circled. And it was good to see tonight that people other than Tank making plays, because I think that's what it's going to take to win next week.
That's one thing that we had last year. We had a little bit of depth at running back with a couple of guys backing up Tank, and a couple of those games when we had to go to throwing the ball and all, they Charlie came in and give Tank some relief, and offense never missed a beat. Just kept on clicking like it was going. But I mean, I'm excited for what I seen here tonight. The offensive line, we had questions about KJ being replaced, Pritchett being replaced, but I tell you what, the starting offensive line did a heck of a job first half, and those young guys came in the second half.
Yep.
They did a heck of a job too. And the running backs, I mean, you can't say enough about those little young guys that just put on a show second half.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and like we said, throughout the broadcast, it was awesome to see the defense, the starting defense, the younger defense coming together, the young offensive line, the starting offensive line. That's where you're building that depth, and then there was just tailback after tailback after tailback making plays for the Cavaliers. So that was really refreshing to see, and that's something we'll definitely look forward to keeping up with as the season progresses. So we're going to take another timeout back to the station. We'll come back up and wrap up the Callaway postgame show. You're listening to Callaway Cavalier football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Life costs money, sometimes lots. First Franklin Financial has loans for living. Our Hogansville and LaGrange branches offer personal loans from $300 to $15,000 with payment plans to fit any budget. Stop by and meet the friendly Franklin folk at the location near you. Visit onefc.com to learn more. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee number 5656.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
Hi, Jonathan Moose Map here from Glenn Smith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile. This is your invitation to our Customer Appreciation Open House and ribbon cutting on Saturday starting at 10 a.m. We want to say thank you to all of our many friends and customers and invite new customers to join the Glenn Smith family.
Online 24/7, 365 at glennsmith.com. That's GLYNN Smith.com.
Now back to the field for Callaway Cavaliers football on the Eagle Sports Network.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Callaway Stadium, where our homestanding Cavaliers have defeated the 5A defending Region 3 champs, Starr's Mill, 48-7. Callaway getting it done, offense, defense, and special teams. And Chris, I like what I saw from Callaway, liked what I saw from Demetrius Coleman, the quarterback. Loved what we saw from Tank, the defense. And I think we got a a lot of positives to build on because we got to turn around and play a real football game in less than a week. We got 6 days till our next game.
That's right. And another thing I tell you I was impressed with, too, in the first and second half is no turnovers.
That's right.
There wasn't a lot of, if I had to guess, 3, 4, no more than 5 flags against Callaway.
Correct.
And that's huge, especially in a I know we call it spring game, but scrimmage game. That's huge because, like you said, you got so many different players running on and off the field, so many people maybe playing positions that they don't normally play. And it was just I'm not going to say error-free game, but it was you always at the end of the night want to be on the plus side of the turnovers. And
that's right.
Something may sound strange to a lot of folks, but the plus side on the flags too, because flags is just free yards. You always just want to be on the plus side really of everything. But yeah, I'm looking forward to next Thursday at Opelika and go down there and play a very, very good team in Opelika and see how it comes out.
Absolutely. I'll find us a good spot to grab some dinner before we go to the stadium. So, but yeah, like Chris said, excellent performance here for the Cavaliers. It was a pleasure having you in the booth. I look forward to having a lot of fun this season. And Steve, too, we appreciate you joining the broadcast. We hear you're going to be doing a lot of area football games in Alabama, so we wish you all the luck doing that. And for my broadcast partner, Chris Wheelis, I am Andrew Caraway, and this has been Callaway Cavalier Football on the Eagles Sports Network.
Getting you back into the game is Emory Southern Orthopedics' goal. The full-service orthopedic medical practice features board-certified surgeons, a prompt care center, surgical facility, and physical therapy services. The collaborative medical team at Emory Southern Orthopedics combines with leading-edge orthopedic treatment with proven traditional methods to aid you in achieving an active, pain-free lifestyle. Emory Southern Orthopedics, getting you back into your game.
Life costs money, sometimes lots. First Franklin Financial has loans for living. Our Hogansville and LaGrange branches offer personal loans from $300 to $15,000 with payment plans to fit any budget. Stop by and meet the friendly Franklin folk at the location near you. Visit onefc.com to learn more. All loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee number 5656.
State Farm, Kathy here.
Hey, it's Mike. My team just pulled off the biggest upset ever.
Nice, Mike.
And some fans are getting crazy. They even flipped over a car.
Whoa.
Turns out it's my car, though.
Oh.
But I don't want to be upset right now. I want to know State Farm's going to take care of this, right?
We got you covered, Mike.
Yes! Woo!
Go with the one that's here to help life go right. State Farm.
Your State Farm agent is Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
It's the Bottom Line sales event, and it's happening now at Nissan of LaGrange. I am Katie Cates, and I am here to tell you that now is the time to shop for a new Nissan. We have incredible incentives, and as if that weren't enough, we are taking it one step further. We are pricing all in-stock new vehicles at dealer price. You heard me right. You pay what we pay. Visit us at nissanoflagrange.com, where we are always open to see for yourself, or come and see us in person on the Parkway. Nissan of LaGrange, your friendliest hometown dealer.
Thanks for listening to Callaway Cavaliers football on